All right, well, we'll figure it out, Cece. Good morning, everybody. We're live now, Cece. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Sorry out there for you all in the interwebs. We had a little bit of technical difficulty this morning. Poor JD. We were live for an hour, and then it asked for a code right as we were getting ready to hit live. So welcome this morning. We have Bethany, our Agents Experience Director.
Good morning, everyone. I joked before we came on, I think I broke the internet. That's why we couldn't get started.
We're going to blame it on Bethany because why not?
If there's thousands of people logged into this, you know, we understand
thousands
why.
To see
Good
Bethany.
morning. I'm so excited to be on this side of the meeting.
Yeah, it's fun.
So
you know, this is back to school week for a lot of people. Many of us are sending our babies off to college or sending our kids back to school. And whether you're on the trail of tears as you lovingly embrace them and send them off to take on the world, or whether you're in the camp of hold the door open, get the heck out of my house, and shoving them out the door. Look, no judgment.
I'm in the camp of
judgment.
why are there so many school buses on the roads in the morning when I try to get to work?
Yeah,
I
but
know your children need education, but could we do that in less buses?
With less buses and less traffic. But yes, Bethany's joining us this morning to do our sales meeting. Donnie and his lovely wife Meredith are on the way to Virginia Tech. Go Hokies to drop off Ava.
Hokie high.
Yes, to drop off sweet Ava, and we wish her a wonderful freshman year at Virginia Tech. My daughter will actually be going back in a couple of days herself.
Do you guys get like a group discount for sending?
We don't, but we should because we have a
children
lot of
back?
Hokie children here. We have like 5 or 6 Hokie children here.
Should be like a punch card or something.
I know. Go Hokies. Go Hokies. If you are at the UVA camp, I'm sorry. That would be their rivals. Great school, but you're not going to hold a candle here. We're all Hokies.
It's true.
Yeah, we're all Hokies here. But good morning, good morning. I'm just going to laugh because I know there is not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that Donnie Samson is driving down.
He's watching this
66
right now.
or 81, watching this. He is heckling us. And I know that Meredith's going to get wholeheartedly annoyed because he is going to talk back to us like we can hear him.
He's got a list of critiques going already.
And he's going to be saying things that he would want us to say. And Ava and Meredith are going to have to listen to it all the way down, all the way down the road. So sorry, guys. Go kick some booty, Ava. All right, so good morning, welcome. Thank you for joining us in the studio. We have got a lot of things to talk about, guys. There's been a couple changes. I mean, I think that might be...
New haircut? Is that the change?
No, that needs to be a change. Okay. But, you know, to be anticlimactic and, you know, a little understated, we've had some changes. So we're going to talk about some of those this morning. Make sure that we get you guys all ready. But I do want to first thank all of our wonderful heroes, our wonderful agents that are listing properties and bringing their buyers and sellers as part of the contract, bringing their listings to Cardinal Title, because those are listing agents that are really going above and beyond to ask the buyers on the other side, to countering those contracts and asking them to settle with Cardinal, and they make everything possible for us in everything that we do. So we want to thank those people and start off with that. So thank you so much to Abraham and Dolly, Adam Shively, Addie Graves, Adrian Slight, Aki Bari, Alfonso Torres, Aaliyah Ilanis, Amit I'm on a roll already this morning. Amit Kakar, Andrea Barnett, Andrew Fultz, Annette Greco, and Arturo Salemi. Thank you guys so much.
Huge thank you also to Ashley Kopecki with
two times.
Listings
nice.
at Cardinal. Asma Shah, Baini Constanza, Ben Ashlock out there in West Virginia.
Bethany Durham! You go, girl.
That's me. To
our
connect all the dots. Sold Mom and Dad's house. We'll never do that again.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, it's great. There will be your referral clients in the future, I'll tell you that much.
There is such thing as the fun of working with a parent.
God love them.
By the way, if you're in the room, give a woot woot so we can celebrate you.
Yes. If your name is here, please let us know. Bradley St. Roars, Brandon Hatchett, Bruce Dennis, Caitlin Ellis.
And
you
Mr.
can woot
Steven,
woot for him.
You get to woot woot,
for
Steve.
your wife. You can woot woot for your wife.
You can woot woot by extension. Yes.
Kamisha Barnes Jonas, Candace Astra, 3 times our fantastic Fairfax office manager, and Carlisa Thompson.
Mr. Carlos Fuentes, Carlos Sorto, Carolyn Jacobs, Carolyn Young, 5 times. Nice job, Carolyn. Awesome. Carrie Cranford, Uncle Casey Sampson, 9 times. Rock on, Uncle Casey. Chelsea Charles, Cheryl Montague, Chris Lee 2 times, Chris Chambers, Christina Pearson 3 times, and Mr. Christopher DiNapoli down in Lake Ridge, our manager there.
And next up, we have...
Oh, that was me. Sorry, I got to advance.
Oh, I was giving Justin dirty looks out there.
No, it was me. I have the slide controller in my hand, but I'm
Justin,
so used to Donnie doing it that it's me.
This one's sleeping on the clicker.
It's me.
Claudia Moreno Toledo, Courtney Kuykendall, Crystal Van, okay. Crystal Van Dessel, Dane Work, Darren Robinson 2 times, Deborah Robinson, Denise DeJerf Carter, Dennis Coutier, Diane Gordon, Don Feliciana 2 times, Ernest Gorham, and Elizabeth Klein 4 times.
Nice job, Elizabeth.
There's a lot of multiples on here.
I know, I
awesome.
love this. Eunice Rancy, Fred Machini, Gary Bayer, Georgina Welsh, Gianna Riviera, Gladys Gales, Eileen Pooh, Jack Goodwin 2 times, Jad Sarsour, Jay Yoon, Jamal Whitehead, and James Tate. Thank you, guys.
Janice Cairns 2 times, Jade Johnson down there in Fredericksburg, Jeffrey Pennington, Jeremy Thompson. She's trying to get me, guys. She's switching away. Jessica Swisher 2 times, Joe Azer, Joe Wilkes, Johanna Gordon, Jordan Muirhead, Jose Rivera, Josue Ruiz, and Judy. 2 times there, Jose. Thank you so much. And Judy Gotsky.
There's a lot of power holding the clicker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
We're on the receiving end.
I know. I like it better when he clicks it. Julie Holtkamp, Kamal Park, Catherine Seville, Kathleen Flasco, Kathy Pippin. We have Kelly Hayes, Kelly Snell, Kieran Morzaria, Christy Edwards, Christine Jones, LaDonna Reff, and Lori Moore. Thank you, guys.
Lydia Vasquez, Lisa Hill, Lisa Wright, Mai Trin Huan, Malika Paisor, Margaret Weigenstein, Maribel Reyes, Maritza Munoz, Mark Wynn, Masi Eshak, Matt Jones, and Maud Dixon.
Meg Slimp, Missy Whittington, Meredith Smith, Michael D. Angelis, Michelle Gibson 2 times, Mike LaBrash, Mike Sprague, Mohammed Wali, Nancy Poe, Natalie and Curtin McCarter 3 times,
Oof.
Olga Andreev, and Pamela Scavangelli. Thank you, guys.
And Patrick Schneebel, Patty Blackwelder, Peggy Ormland, Peter Frias, Priya Sastry, Reza Baris, Rajan Lalwani, Rigoberto Ramirez. I love that name. Rigoberto Ramirez.
Rigoberto.
I almost said Robert Blitzer, Robert Juris Krasts, Sajad Rizi, Sarah McGovern.
Yeah, and we give you guys new names.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
We do.
And you please feel free to shoot me an email and be like, thank you for butchering my name, but here's how you actually
You
do
know,
it.
so I used to say this. If I say your name wrong, please email me
Yeah.
and tell me because I really want to say it right or call me. And I can't tell you, people do all the time. They're like, you said my name wrong, but I'm telling you how to pronounce it correctly. And I'm like, thank you. Finally, I know how to say it. Seema Sina, Sean Kang, Shazab Chaudhry, Stacy Lee 2 times, Stephanie Garner, Stephen Falkowitz, Sue Riggs, Tammy Irby, Tanveer Zafar, Tanya Lyles, Tapan Gupta, Tara Lowe 2 times.
And finishing out, Taylor Mitchell, Terry Jones, Tovasha Primrose, Tracy Davis, Trisha Filbert, Victoria King, and Vikas Chowdhury.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you
These
all
are so important.
much.
We
So
know.
much.
We know sometimes these names get long, but we appreciate each and every one. It's important to us because it fuels every single deal you guys do at Cardinal. It fuels everything that we can do. We'll do the full list at the end. So if you did not hear your name on this one was just for listings. The listing agents that brought their deals to Samson, we'll do everybody else here at the end. But next, we want to welcome 88 new agents to our family.
That's fantastic.
88 new agents. So, guys, if you look at the list on the right-hand side, the office location is there. If they're in your office, please reach out and make a friend. If you're in the room, please give us a woot-woot. I'll kick us off with welcoming James Meyer from Brody Realty, Michelle Poe from Capstar, Clement Vickers from Century 21, Race Muglu, Michael DiCarlo, Lamont Redmond, and Loretta Saab from Colwell Banker. From Creative Realty, we have Jessica Ogabumi. From Dinesha Jones, we have Naisha Barnes. And from ExecuHome Realty, we have Judith Brown. Welcome, everybody.
All right. We have from Exit Landmark, we've got Tanya Grant, Gloria McClam Magruder, Yvette Wright. From EXP, we have Eve Lewis, Nicholas Gashel. Misa Balanya comes to us from Fairfax Realty Select. And from Home Theory Realty, we have Fatoma Karoma. And then we've got some inactive to active agents, Patrick Trollet.
Welcome back, Patrick. He's a boomeranger.
Gur Partap Singh, and Sidoni Clark.
And welcome Sue McClanahan back, returning from inactive to active. Jamie Walsh, Eric Williams, Shantice Harris, Muhammad Ansari, and Catherine Bennett. From JPAR, we have Shannon Brown. We have Ashley Bonds from Keaton and Company. From Keller Williams, we have Betty Brown Vivian and Charles Wade. Welcome, you guys.
Also from Keller Williams, we have Lynetta McMillan, Steve Park, Polly Jajak, Anthony Arnold. From KW Capital Properties, we are welcoming Etna Cavalcante, Olufemi Ifatoroti, Erica Pila from KW Metro Center, Risha Forney from KW Preferred Properties, and Atikir Javid from KW Realty Center as well. And then rounding out there, Not Six real estate agent Reno Pratt Jr.
From Long and Foster, we have Igwavan Igbensoyan, Grayson Jones, Cindy Cajas, Linda Oscorio, Cindy Fox.
Cindy Fox.
Cindy Fox, welcome.
Welcome, Cindy.
Yes.
Cindy and her team have come over. We're really happy to add them to the Lake Ridge office. Donnie called this morning and said, please make sure to do a special shout out to Cindy
yes.
Fox.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well known in the industry. Judith Gamble, Fades Fatison, and Ali Reza. Namahinjad from National Realty and new agents to the business, William Nolan and Augustine Andrew. Welcome, you guys.
And then a whole slew of new agents. Anita Johnson, Syed Takla, Owen Funk, Kareem Bakchich, Ashley Colonna, Richard Scherzinger, Gabriella Cora Buckley, Tiawanda Privat, Lisa Gallagher, and Hussein Sharif.
Did anybody see the movie Fried Green Tomatoes?
Yes.
I'm digressing. I love that movie.
How is she going to connect this? I'm leaned in, wanting to know how this happens.
Tiawanda.
Oh,
it's close enough to Tawanda. Bam on the car. If you have not watched Fried Green Tomatoes, I'm older and I got better insurance. Best movie ever. Sorry. All right.
Do you find you identify more with that movie more and more? As
the older I get, the more I identify. I'm older and I've got better insurance. Don't mess with me, people. All right. Welcome to Nate Garshot, Deja Pulliam, Dakari Montgomery. We have Kitty Sharetti, Kelly French, Kira Swinson, Sasha Bond, Janine Dravin Wild, Renzo Oliel Rodriguez, and Phyllis Wetzel with their new agents. Welcome.
And our very last new agent here, Surinvas Rapala. From New Western, we have Chase Clement. From Oakwood, we're welcoming Kimberly Crown and Samantha Haying. For Preferred Homes Realty, Andrea McGill. From Remax, a variety of different franchises there, we've got Kwame Joseph, Dorothy Burton, Michelle Morris, Simrat Baines, and Hardeep Sran.
And then finishing up, we have Emmanuel Walea, Tacumbo Yorker coming back to us, Vernice Whitaker Avent also returning. We have Dawn Karagajorius, Oscar Vargas, Desiree Rogelli coming back to us as well.
Desiree.
Donnell Sims and Lisa DiCarlo. Welcome, everyone, and welcome back to our Boomerangers. So those of you that don't, when I say Boomerangers, it's people that left us, went somewhere else to see if the grass was greener, and then came right back in. Just saying, we got green grass, people. We got green grass. All right, congratulations. Let's go through the top performers in July. There's been a lot of production. We're going to talk market here in just a minute, but there's been a lot of production going on in July. So I'm going to kick us off with individuals in Virginia by transaction. Congratulations to Elizabeth Klein with 10. Caitlin Ellis with 7.
Woo!
Woot woot, Steve. Woot woot. Sarah McGovern, Kamal Park, and Keisha Washington tied with 6. Rock on, you guys.
And now we've got individual performers by volume in Virginia. A couple of similar names here. Elizabeth Klein at $7.559 million. Victoria Zhao just under that $7 million mark. Caitlin Ellis again just under that $6 million mark. Dilyara Dominova hot on her heels at $5.905. And then Rong Hu there just over that $5 million mark.
Congratulations,
those are big numbers. That's
guys.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Let's look at top teams in Virginia. The Shepherd Homes Group with 55 homes in July.
Man.
That's a few. That's a few homes. Carolyn Young home teams right behind there at 42. One South Realty Group at 28. The Casey Sampson team at 25. And the Diaz team out of Richmond at 16. Congratulations, you guys.
Look at them. Just a couple weeks with
I know.
us and
Been with us
already
a
on the
couple of weeks and
leader
they're
list.
on it. Absolutely.
Those same top teams by volume in Virginia. Again, some of the same names here. Shepherd Homes Group at $36.6 million in sales. The Casey Samson team at 26.3. Carolyn Young Homes just over 26 million. And man, she is hot on Casey's heels there.
Yes, she is.
One South Realty Group selling them down there in Richmond at almost 14 million, 13.9 million. And then Ellis Properties team at 9 million. Woo! You can woo woo because that's not just Caitlin, that's the whole team now.
That's the team. Woo woo. That's the team. Congratulations, you guys. In our Maryland and D.C. market by individual, Christy Jacobs William with 7, Fred Moshini and Rex Thomas with 6, Allie Ballou and Daisy Diaz with 5. Congratulations, you guys.
And now for those top performers in Maryland and D.C. by volume. Again, we're seeing some of the same names there. Fred Mosheni there at almost 5 million, 4.978 million. Ben Nash at 4.185 million. Rex Thomas at 3.5 million. There is Christy Jacobs Williams again at 3.1 million. And then Venkat Gorham right hot on her heels at 3.189.
All right, let's look at our top teams by transactions in Maryland and D.C. The One Street Company with 29, the King Group with 8, Frederick Area Homes Team and Team Harper with 7, and then tied with 5 apiece, the One Group and John Burgess Group. Congratulations, you guys.
And then those teams by volume in Maryland and D.C., the One Street Company at $22.6 million. The Frederick Area Homes team at 3.19, Team Harper at 2.8, the One Group just behind Team Harper at 2.81, the John Burgess Group then at 2.2.
Congratulations, you guys. Let's move over to West Virginia. Top transactions. The Diamond Home team with 8, the 8 team with 7, the Monica Foster team with 5, and Tara Lowe and Andrew Fultz both with 4. Congratulations.
And then those top performers there in West Virginia, those teams by volume. We've got the A team at 2.869. Quick shout out to my A team friends. I love those ladies. Those guys are awesome out there. Diamond Home team at 2.635. Tara Lowe, another one of my West Virginia favorites at 1.922. Stacy Lee at 1.89. And James Lee at 1.774. Lots of homes being sold out in West Virginia.
Yeah, there are. We're going to move them all together now. We're going to do company-wide stats for top producers, so that you can see how it ranks up from company all wide. We have top producers across all of our footprints in transaction. Elizabeth Klein with 10, Christy Jacobs Williams with 7, along with Caitlin Ellis. We have Fred Moshini, Sarah McGovern, Kamal Park, and Rex Thomas tied with 6. Congratulations, July top producers.
And then our overall individual performers by volume, Elizabeth Klein at 7.559 million, Victoria Zhao at almost 7 million, Caitlin Ellis there again at almost 6 million in sales, Dilyara Dominova, everybody's favorite at 5.9, and then Rong Hu there at 5,090,000.
Okay, all company teams by transactions. The Shepherd Homes Group with 55, Carolyn Young Homes 42, the One Street Company with 29, nipping at their heels, One South Realty Group with 28, and Uncle Casey Samson 25.
And then last but certainly not least, our overall teams by volume across the company. We've got the Shepherd Homes Group coming in at $36.6 million. The Casey Samson team at $26.383. Carolyn Young Homes at just over $26 million. The One Street Company at $22.635. And then a One South Realty Group, lots of ones, at $13,913,000.
Congratulations, everyone. Fantastic job. Don't forget, we do break these down by week. So if for some reason you have a stellar week, I'm not saying sandbag, but if you have a stellar week and you don't think you're ever going to be on a top producer leaderboard for the month, but you have multiple transactions and it's a great week for you, you very well make it on our top producers by week that we announce at the update that Donnie does, as well as social media post as well, so that you can see your name in lights and use that in your marketing materials for social media, et cetera, that go out. So make sure that you track that on the Samson Properties Facebook page, where you can see your own name in lights as well.
We brag about you. Brag about yourselves, too.
Absolutely. Let's make some announcements, some news, save the dates.
Yes.
We'll start with our fall market in the air.
I had to wear a hoodie to walk the dogs this morning.
It felt fantastic.
And it was awesome.
Is anybody ready to walk out and just have
put up the Christmas tree?
Yep. I'm not a pumpkin spice kind of girl, But I can put me up a Christmas tree in October.
Sarah and I have the same mindset that Christmas cannot come early enough in the year.
It cannot.
And that first nip of cold, I'm like, is it time?
Is it time?
Well,
Well,
I play
we'll have
this game in my house where I slowly implement Christmas decor over. I start about now and see when my husband notices that I'm sliding in Christmas decor here and there. Normally, it takes until like November. I'm not kidding you.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I 1 year bought. I thought it was Wayfair. It was they get me with all of their home good ads, but there was this really pretty skinny Christmas tree, and I liked it. And I'm like, that tree would look a great Christmas tree in my kitchen. So I ordered it, but I needed to test it and make sure it worked. So I plugged it in. I'm like, oh, that looks gorgeous. It works. And then I'm like, well, I'll just leave it here because why am I going to take it apart, put it together, wrap it up, stick it back in the box, stick it in the basement? Like I just put it together.
What month was this that this happened?
Early October.
Okay, yeah. No,
so then I just decided, well, I'm just going to leave it up. But then it looks stupid. So now I have decorations for an October tree, which is bitches, butts, legs, all the things flying like into the tree. And then I may have some like turkeys and stuff I put on it for Thanksgiving.
Holiday tree. I'm here for it. I think it's a great idea.
But then I want to leave it up because it's really pretty, and my kitchen looks bare without it. So, as I take down at the end of January, I start taking down my Christmas stuff. I put the Valentine's tree up, and the St. Patrick's Day tree up.
Yes.
I can't Easter tree.
Birthday tree. I mean, really, you could just make it a tree, I guess. For
I
birthday
do
tree, but,
come down after Easter because I can't put flip-flops on a tree. Like I'm drawing the line, people. It's too weird. Flip-flops on a tree.
Listen, I say we make it happen. If there's enough of us that say holiday tree's a thing, it's a thing.
I'm telling you. But I think we're in fake fall. We will have the bowels of hell will come back and join us again soon. All right, save the date, you guys. Sales meeting. Our next one is September 18th at 10 a.m. here in the studio. Mark your calendars. Lots of prizes and giveaway.
It's back to Donnie then. I just want to prepare you all.
It's not nearly going to be as fun.
It will not be me. It will be Donnie. So,
I love
Save
that.
room for tears.
Save room for tears. The reason you want to come to this one is because after we are doing our annual cornhole tournament, and this one is going to be bigger than better than ever. And if you have never been to our cornhole tournament, which is a lot of tomfoolery, some beverage, some food trucks, some ice cream, and a lot of cornhole, we are adding some new things this year.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
Giant
Jenga.
Giant Connect 4, giant Pong. Is it beer pong?
I don't know.
Is it just like lemonade? I'm sure it's lemonade pong, guys. Battle putt golf.
I don't know.
Just telling us.
I don't know.
How the one sport you excel in is putt.
I may need someone to take over my yelling in the microphone duties for cornhole.
So you can enter into the battle putt.
So
golf?
I can enter into the battle putt golf contest. Yes. So be creative. Come up with a great team name. Have a shirt made, dress to impress. We've had people come in costume. We've had people come with faces on shirts. We've had some funky team names. But sign up early, the RSVP on the nest. And if you do sign up to play cornhole, please do come. It throws off our brackets when people don't show up. But we always have people that come that need a partner. So come on out, enjoy the food and drink, enjoy the fun. We are going to have a good afternoon. And it's right after, immediately following the sales meeting in September. And it will be the shortest sales meeting known to man.
Because Donnie's eager to get out there on this cornhole board.
He has to play cornhole and win and dominate the cornhole field. So here's some pictures from previous years. You can see the fun is had by all with cornhole. We do it right outside in our main parking lot here in Chantilly. So come on out.
If we all start practicing cornhole now, someone will beat Donnie Samson.
Please, can someone please be a ringer? Like I can't take any more.
Vibbs says
Are
he's
you
gonna do
are
it.
you a ringer, Vibbs? All right.
Yeah,
You'll be this time around. Y'all need to practice.
Flexible arms.
He needs to be toppled off of his throne of cornholeness.
Guys, it takes a village to beat Donnie Samson, so
it does.
Everyone needs to start now.
It does. All right. Also, mark your calendars, top producer event. Guys, if you did not come to our last top producer event, the last two that we've done, we've had a wonderful panel of speakers. They are ranging from 20 to 30-minute panels to conversations that are stemming over an hour. Individual presenters, also groupthink. Guys, we have some top-notch influencers and just different ways of thinking and different ways of doing business. Top-notch speakers that have come in. This last time, we had a powerhouse of women. And I told Donnie he was the thorn between all of the roses. He gets annoyed and asks me. I know he's asking, how long is she going to use that? I'm going to use it some more, friend. But mark your calendars. It's on October 18th from 9 to 6. We have launched pre-sale tickets now. We do have a special guest, Jared James. For those of you that follow him, he is our keynote speaker. We have not launched these tickets to the public.
That's
they
huge.
Are
That's
still,
a big name. That's huge.
He's a huge name.
That's huge.
He's a huge name. And frankly, he is a fantastic thought provoker. He's one of the people that I look to make me think differently than I do. So I will tell you, I love his insight on different things. Donnie has a slight man crush on him, I think. We love his way of thinking and the way his brain works. He's going to come and share that with us and spend some time with us talking. These tickets have not been launched to the general public yet. This is a broker agnostic event. We're giving our Samson agents first shot at getting those tickets. Sign up now. Probably next week or the week after, we will do a full market launch, and they will go because people are going to want to come once he announces that he's coming. He has not released that information yet that he's coming to talk with us, but people from every brokerage follow him. So we want to make sure our Samson agents get in first and get the first dibs. So please, please, please mark your calendar. We've got more great speakers lined up for that as well. This is some pictures from last event. You can see just a powerhouse panel of people talking about market, industry, trends, how to do business, how to lead generate, how to be an influencer, how to do all the things real estate to help you think a little bit differently. And whether you are a $100 million producer or you sell one house, the goal in this is come, you network, and then you take away nuggets that can help you impact your business. You'll take a ton of notes. Don't try to do everything, 42 things that you've learned that day all at once, because you will fail at them all or become completely overwhelmed and do nothing. Take one or two actionable nuggets, take them away, perform them in your business, and watch your business take off. Lean in, people, lean in. The pre-sale is live. For those of you that are in the audience or those of you at home, if you want to scan this beautiful little QR code, I will leave it up for just a second here. Yep, great. Thanks for making that bigger. We'll let you scan this QR code. We have two types of tickets, general admission as well as VIP. So general admission is all the normal things: happy hour, lunch, networking, general seating, standard check-in, which means a line. Or those of you that like to bypass the line, there is a VIP ticket, which includes a priority check-in where you don't have to stand in line. There's seating. The first 2 rows of the event is going to be roped off for this premium seating. We have VIP lounge access where you can talk and have commentary with the speakers. Again, lunch, you will get a little VIP gift. And, of course, happy hour at the end. If you can't come and stay the entire day, that's okay. Look at the agenda. Figure out what best impacts your day. I think you should stay all day. We'll all be there all day because we pay attention and we learn as well. But it's a great day to just come, network with your friends. And if you can only drop in for a little bit, drop in and do it.
If you missed this QR code and you didn't get it scanned fast enough, there is on the Cardinal Nest calendar. If you scroll on over to October on the 18th, you will see that same RSVP link there as well. So if you've got friends and agents that aren't here right now and couldn't scan that code, you can absolutely go to the Cardinal Nest calendar and send them the link there as well.
Fantastic. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready. Yeah,
You're
I'm
ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all ready?
Yep.
We're ready.
Born that way.
We have had contract changes. We have had legal changes. We have had lawsuits. We have had complete industry overhaul. Are you ready? Yes. Awesome. Always. Here is a link for you. If you cannot say definitively, yes, I'm ready, go to the Cardinal Nest. There is, under top resources, a success guide. That success guide is a roadmap of the things you need to be able to say. There's a scripts class that Donnie and Richard did. There are contract classes that all of our PBs have done to teach you the new things of the contract. There are different forms that you need access to. There are the bright changes for those forms. Any jurisdictional stuff's on there. This is your roadmap. It's training in all of the different areas. It's all of the new programs we've launched with a 7-figure with Jason Shepardek as well as Jared James. It's the trainings that you need to be leaning into to be successful in this market. If you have not visited it and you have not trained in all the areas, guys, this is your opportunity to learn, be professional, and get ahead of everyone else. Many people are struggling. And it's not a, what do I do? But it's a, tell me what to do. Because I don't want to change, and I don't want to take initiative, and I don't want to go train myself. I want you to answer my phone call and tell me what to do. Guys, there are 6,000 of you, and the entire industry is changing with you. If you are still struggling with, well, how do I call the listing agent and make sure I get commission, and what's the documentation? Guys, lean in. The industry is changing. We can't be, we're getting drugged, kicking and screaming, and many of you are hung up on how do I keep my business and my life and my process and my systems the same way that I've always done it so that I don't have to change. You are creating a world of hurt for yourself, and you're getting in your own way. Lean into the scripts, lean into showing the value, lean in, and you're going to be paid just fine, and you're going to make this transition. My guess is most of our agents will probably make more money, the ones that lean in.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that don't lean in won't be here in 12 months.
And what's great about the resources here that we provided, especially that commissions conversation class that Richard and Donnie did, is that they're leaning in a positive fashion. I'm sure a lot of you are in the same realtor forums that I am in various Facebook platforms, Instagram, and you're seeing the back and forth with agents. And we're talking these are nationwide groups, so we're seeing agents from all different types of brokerages. And I have to say, what I find disheartening is a lot of the commentary and stuff there. It's very negative. It's very agents ganging up on each other, and it can be easy in this time of change to just lean into that negative.
Change is hard. Change is hard.
Lean into the positive.
Yes.
There's a lot of opportunity to rethink the way that we're doing things. And so really you want to lean into those positive resources. And that's exactly what we're providing here. And that's a big part of what Donnie and Richard were talking about in their commission conversation classes, is keeping that positive spin. This isn't, the world is not over, guys. I mean, this is a great new opportunity. So let's lean into it and support each other.
My other prediction I'm going to make is that many of the reasons why a buyer's agent never made the successful leap to being a listing agent. Two different skill sets, but the main difference between those skill sets is being able to sit down, show value with confidence of what you can do, know what to do, the steps to do, and be able to relay that to the person sitting across from you with confidence and professionalism. This change is going to make every buyer's agent get comfortable with the presentation of their value with confidence and professionalism. My guess is a lot of buyer's agents are now going to become really good listing agents as well, because for the first time ever, they're going to have to promote their self and not just, oh, well, you don't pay me, the seller does, don't worry about it. Right? No, that's never been the way. It's never been the way. But that's the way most buyer's agents made it the way, because they didn't want to have to sit down and say, I charge X, and this is what I do for you for this. Oh, and if the seller doesn't pay it, then yes, you're going to have to come up with some money to pay me because I don't work for free, right? We're going to have to get good in the value. Every broker has done a fantastic job of making sure they recorded those classes. Please, please, please. Your job number one is watch those classes. I say this with all the love and respect in my heart, but don't you dare pick up the phone and call a broker on a Friday night at 9 o'clock and say, I need you to tell me what's going on. I heard there was a lawsuit. And I don't have time to watch all this stuff. Tell me everything I need to know.
Oh, we laugh, but it happens.
I know. Guys, our brokers are overwhelmed right now. They're leaning in just as hard as they can, but you have to do your part. You have to take the classes. Because by this, I'm authorizing every broker in here to say, have you watched the training and have you read the contract? If you're jurisdictionally diverse, that's my new word, jurisdictionally diverse.
That's a good one.
Meaning you operate in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. You got a lot of contracts to learn. But it's your job to learn them, not our broker's job at 10 o'clock to give you a crash course because you haven't bothered to open up the contract and read it. Your failure to plan is not going to be our broker's crisis. We have been leaning into this for over a month now, all the changes, all the updates, all the things. We're teaching classes, we're still in there. Every board is teaching classes, please go. All of those are filmed on the Cardinal Nest. All of them are sitting in Samson University. Lean in to our top resources.
And then we've gone one step further and put them all on one
We've put
page,
them in one place so that
spot.
you don't have to go look and track it down and figure out what's what and what the resources are. We've got Jared James virtual coaching. It's free. That's Jared every week doing a training, dropping it, an in-depth training in a specific topic area every week. That's access to every podcast and every training he's ever done in his portal. It's free to you, not to us. Thank you, Cardinal Title. It's free to you, so use it. We've got HQ to use. That's your baby.
That is my baby. HQDUs 3 times a month. We are taking all of our trainers out into various offices in the territory. We hit Maryland, we hit DC, we hit West Virginia, we hit Richmond. We are everywhere you want to be. Much like, is that Visa, MasterCard?
Everywhere you want to be.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Yes.
It's an all-day long training event, 30-minute classes on everything from some of our tech tools. There is an hour-long business building hour with Sarah and Donnie where they will kind of peel back the curtain and talk to you about their business, ask you questions about yours. We have classes on lead generation. We have classes on the commission conversation. We have classes on lead conversion. You've got the leads, now what do you do with them? Guys, trust me, if there is one coming to you, and I guarantee you there is as often as we're out in the field, please make a point to come to those. Under the education tab on the Cardinal Nest, you'll see an entire HQDU page. It'll tell you the future upcoming HQDU locations. It'll give you a calendar of the day's events for the most recent HQDU. And as a plug, we are in Fredericksburg next week for HQDU. So yeah, definitely make sure to stop in on one.
And guys, even if you came to one 6 months ago, come to another one.
We change it.
Because we change them, and we're constantly rolling out new resources, new tools, new technologies, new skills, new speakers, new all the things, because we want to keep your business infused with energy. And this is a great way to continue to stay abreast of what's going on and to continue to try new things. Even some of our long-tenured top producers have come and started coming and saying, I didn't even know we had this. I didn't even know we did this. This is a great idea to get back to basics. This is a great idea to do X, Y, and Z. So lean in. We'll talk about Jason's thing just a minute. First Up, if you're not on First Up, you need to be on First Up. Go to your app store, go to the Google Play Store. I forgot what mine was called there for a minute.
I'd say you're the Android user.
I'm the Android user.
Running every text conversations you send with your green texts.
Sometimes I can't tell what they're loving. Whatever. I'll just say make sure that you download First Up. If FYRST. We've talked about it a lot. We talk about it in our HQDUs. I'm not going to go into detail here. But if you have not downloading it, you're missing the boat. Put all of your buyer searches in there. Put all of your listings that are coming onto the market, pre-opportunity to market to those all 6,000 agents. Put them in there. Digital whiteboard of all the things coming. It helps our buyers agents have power to know what's coming. It helps our listing agents have the power to say, I'm sitting at your kitchen table and I just told 6,000 agents that your listing was coming on the market. Let's do some pre-market buzz.
I looked on there the other day. There were 72 listings.
We've got hundreds of buyer matches.
Show me the rest of your listings. I want to see them.
Yes, so we have way more listings than that. So where are they? And the second thing is buyer matching. It's the match.com of houses, because it takes the listings that you put in and the buyer searches that are put in, it matches them, pings both agents, and says you have a match to your property. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of buyer matches in. Gives you a little bit of pre-exposure to the market. Maybe you don't have to compete quite as much. If the Samson agent lets you in early, they don't have to, but they can, as long as it's not in coming soon, period. We have the Print Center. We have Coffee with Casey, KV Course, Samson University. All of this stuff is on Samson University for you. We've got the coaching department, concierge services, the help desk. All of these resources are there to teach you to be better. Use them. I want to spend a few minutes talking about Jason's 7-figure realtor class. You loved it.
I did love it.
Yes.
I had the opportunity, very blessed, to pre-screen it, and then I've since watched it several more times.
Have you? I love that.
Because it's one of those classes that every time you watch it, you're going to pick out something new, because every little installment,
it's so packed full of nuggets.
Every episode, there's something in there, and each and every time I watch it, I pull away something new. I think it's awesome that Jason took the time to create this and then make it available to Samson agents.
It is. It's available to Samson agent for free. He is charging, I think, upwards of $800 to marketing it to agents in the field with other brokerages, but we do have it for free. Jason giving back to us to be able to share that with you guys. Guys, many of you said, I just don't know what to do.
Jason does. Jason knows what to do.
Jason was a part-time agent. He was the manager of Target for years. He was still selling multiple homes a month, one a day, as a part-time manager at Target, and did it for years and years and years when I first met him. He's converted over. He's got one of the largest, most successful teams in the area. He has sat down and shown you exactly what to do, start from finish, what he does in his business. You don't have to be him. You don't have to be as gregarious and friendly and fill up a room, because he has a big personality.
Never gonna be that well-dressed.
He is. He dresses to the nines. You don't have to be as big a personality as him. You can have your own personality. You can do it your own way. This gives you the roadmap and the step-by-step to be able to do that. And even if you have a wonderfully successful business, you can still pick up a nugget because we can always learn how to do something better. The minute we stop learning is the minute we should just chuck it up. We've got to continue learning. This is a great, great script, a great, great process to follow, a roadmap to follow. If you watch nothing else, watch this and lean into the business. There is no reason why people should not be selling houses. No reason whatsoever. It's not the market. It's never the market. When I have people say, oh, my business is down because it's the market, I haven't sold anything this year. I'm sorry, friend, it's not the market. It's you. It's you.
Words of truth.
Right? People don't like to hear that. But it's us because we don't make the phone calls we need to make because we don't like making phone calls. We don't talk to people because we don't like to. We don't get up and get out of our pajamas and put our pants on and go door knock because we don't like to. We don't do social media posts because we don't like to. We come up with all of these reasons. Well, I don't like the way I look and I don't like the way we sound. You look like you look and you sound like you sound.
True.
If your people know you, they know you. What do you expect to look like Farrah Fawcett and you don't? Like, oh, wow, I just dated myself.
A little bit. A little bit.
I just so dated myself with Farrah Fawcett.
For those millennials out there, or younger, Farrah Fawcett was like the hair before Jennifer Aniston was the hair.
Oh!
You know?
Yeah, just
wispy
FYI.
with
That was a well
yes,
done. Well
thank you.
done.
To
She
bring
just
everybody
deciphered
up to
Sarah.
speed.
She's in. So the point is, it's always us. It's always us. I can complain all day long. I'm too busy. I can complain I don't have time. But the fact of the matter is I'm not picking up the phone and making the phone call. The minute we shift from blame, it's the market, it's the brokerage, to it's me.
From blame to aim. I love
Right,
that. Who
blame
said
to
that?
aim.
That's awesome.
Miss Deb,
From
blame to aim. Go. You will be successful. Lean in. You are the only thing standing in your way of accomplishing all the things you want to accomplish. Friends. Said with love.
I gotta go. I got houses to sell.
Go, friends. All right, we've had a lot of questions about buyer's agreements. I want to kick on through where Donnie's sitting there going, she's taking too much time. I can hear him.
My watch just dinged. Do you think it's him?
It probably is. Is he really? Is he texting you back there?
It's not.
He's texting Justin. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Y'all are funny. Donnie, please keep your eyes on the road. All right, so what's going on?
Meredith is driving.
Oh, please tell me Meredith's driving. All right, so buyer agreements. Guys, buyer agreements, we have been really good at Samson. All you guys were doing a great job because you knew the buyer agency agreements were required. We did have a couple jurisdictions where they weren't, but you guys leaned in as soon as they became required and did them. You have to have those buyer agreements signed on first substantive conversation. Now, I have gotten 462 emails. Slightly exaggerating, but not by much.
Pretty specific
Sarah,
number.
what about my Zillow touring agreement? This says I can go show a home. Can I use it? All right, let's dive in. Number one, the Zillow touring agreement has a wonderful little disclosure at the bottom. This is to be used by Zillow agents only. Yep. So if you're not a Zillow agent, then the answer should be no, you can't use it. Are there other organizations that have put out their own? Yes. Can you use those if you're not part of those organizations? Probably not. Is Samson going to put out a Zillow touring agreement? No, I'm not. Not yet. I'm waiting to see what the associations do. Here's why. The law says you have to disclose agency upon your first substantive conversation. The Zillow touring agreement, first thing it says is this does not constitute an agency relationship. It does not meet the terms of the law. The second thing the law says is you have to disclose the fee you're paying to the buyer's agent that's representing you, and the Zillow touring agreement says this does not constitute a fee is owed. Zero. Does that meet the two major terms of a buyer agency law? No. Now, can you use them? I would say this. The Constitution differential, the differentiator there is intent. If you, bless you back there, if you plan on having a long-term relationship past Bethany calling and saying, Sarah, I'm driving by your house and I would like to see 12 Main Street. Can you show it to me? Great. Well, at that point, I'm a listing agent and I'm going in and I'm saying, here's unrepresented, I'm the listing agent, right? But let's say I said, I can't show you that right now, but I have an agent that can. Stephanie, would you please go show Bethany the house at 123 Main Street? And Stephanie walks in. She doesn't know Stephanie, and Stephanie doesn't know her. And what do you think the success rate's going to be if I earn 3%? Bam!
Yeah.
right? That success rate is going to be troublesome. Some agents are not going to have a problem doing it. Some agents are, because they don't feel like they've established rapport. Some buyers will sign right away because they just want somebody to work with. Some's going to say, no, I want to build a relationship. I want to date, right? Consider your touring agreement like dating. No touch, dating. Ooh, sorry, Donnie. All right, so.
We had different dating experiences.
You may go have a beverage and meet for coffee as long as there is no substantive real estate advice given and there's no intention of carrying on that relationship past that date. So what do I mean by that? Can you take a buyer touring agreement and say, can you show me this house? I can. I'm going to disclose to you that I'm going to be representing the seller because I don't represent you, and agency law says that I have to disclose. I'm going to show you this one house, but I can give you no substantive advice, and there are going to be conversations that we need to have about how to do this process, what I would recommend to you as a buyer's agent. I can't give you any of that advice, and you need to understand that up front because you're not my client. And until you sign the agreement and I present you with the agreement, you're not my client. Once we sign that, then I can, and I will. But that's what this looks like. I'll be happy to open the door. I'll be happy to tell you things about the neighborhood because they can look at that on Google. I'll be happy to tell you about things like the street down the road, whatever. Yes, here's the school district here. Yes, here's this, here's this, here's this. I can give you no substantive real estate advice. And the intention at that moment is just to open that door. So Bethany and Stephanie hit it off. They like each other. They are determined to work together. They have made arrangements now to meet next weekend to sell a house. Does that touring agreement still hold?
No.
No, because they're getting into substantive conversation and they've planned future relationship.
I'll sign, girl.
So now, before she leaves that touring, she needs to say, we are planning on meeting next week. I need to present you with my agency disclosure. Here's my buyer broker. I make this. Da, 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 da. Okay. Stephanie says, I'm in. I want to work exclusively with you. Great. She does all the things. She sets her deadlines. Everything's normal. It processes through. What happens if Stephanie says, well, I think I want to work with you. I want another couple weekends to decide. Can we just go see these 3 or 4 houses next, and then I will decide? Absolutely. Here's what we're going to do to that buyer agency agreement. We're going to be very flexible, and we're going to put, I agree to show Stephanie 123 Main, 456 Carter, Jones, and through this weekend, if Stephanie purchases, here's my fee. Do I have the right to collect from the sellers? Do I have all the things? Yes. But what that agreement says is if she does not collect it from the sellers, you're going to owe it, Miss Stephanie, and whatever our dialogue is, watch the commission scripts. And then we're moving on and we have that agreement. Now, at the end of that, they decide to part ways. Okay, if Stephanie never buys any of those houses, her agreement's intact. Let's say after that weekend, Stephanie says, you know what, I've decided I really do want to work with you. I want to continue this relationship. Great. The onus is on the agent, Bethany, to present a new agreement that says, what's our new expiration date going to be? Is it 6 months? Is it finding the house? Are we going to go 5 more houses? The onus is on the agent to make sure they have documentation. Your buyer's agreement can be as flexible as 1 day, 4 properties, whatever, but it has to have a fee and it has to have a definitive end date, right? All the buyer brokers are that way. Now, if you're doing those Zillow agreements, they don't have any of that. Zillow agreements will not clear our compliance. You will not get paid on a Zillow agreement.
Because there's no mention of compensation.
Because there's no mention of compensation and there's no mention of agency, so they're not going to clear. But your buyer's agreements is what you need to have in there. And again, that substantive conversation and the fee that you're going to charge. Look, if you put 0 and that listing doesn't give you any commission and it's negotiated and cut out of the contract, you just work for free. Okay, your choice. If you put 3 and you get 2 in the contract, well, it's your choice on whether or not to charge the other 1. You have the right to. Some of us will, some of us won't. It depends on how big of a pain in the butt the client was. Right?
Charge my parents that full 3, I'll tell you that. What?
Plus, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, but here's the thing. If you put 2 in that buyer agency agreement and the 3 gets worked into the contract, you're not allowed to take it. You can't take the bonuses. I give a $500 bonus, a $5,000 bonus. You can't take that either. Remember, the buyer's agreements are up to the amount specified. Now, we have said, because the question has come up, can we just go back and alter the agreement? Well, fundamentally and intellectually, you can. However, that goes against the intent of the DOJ lawsuit. And if any of you read an Inman article the last couple of days, Michael Ketchmark, the plaintiff's attorneys, is, we are watching you. They don't want you to go back and edit these agreements for what you can negotiate out of the sellers. That's counter to what they're trying to accomplish. So I would say to you, you put in your 3 or 12, and you work up to that. Then you make the choice of whether or not you are charging it to them on the ALTA or not. Samson Properties will never, ever, ever look at that and go back after the clients. We expect you to manage that relationship. That is not something I have time to do. We're not going to go back after them because you told them it was 4, they agreed, but you only collected 3. I really don't care. I need an agreement in the file so I can check the mark off the audit list, right? So that's a lot of information. Buyer's agents, what touring agreements do and don't do. So again, your touring agreement, 1 day, 1 house, 1 meeting. But if you're going to have more coffee and you're going to go to dinner and you're going to see more properties, then you need to have that buyer agency presented before you leave, and then you need it to be signed before you meet again. So questions, raise your hand. We've got mics coming around. We've got a couple of questions. You guys, can you guys bring some mics up so we can chat about this for a minute?
I'm shocked that Cece was the first one with the question.
Not shocked at all.
Shocked.
Now,
Is this an iPad question, Cece, or a,
question
a question on?
is if you have a buyer broker agreement, a range 2% to 3%.
Not allowed. You've got to have a specific number in there. Specific number.
This was a change before the August 14th.
Legally, the contractual definition of a contract is clear language, and 2 to 3% is not clear. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 2.4? Is it 2.9? Is it 2.7? What is it?
Oh, is it
It's
that
not
way?
clear. That's contractual language. It's
what
never been allowed.
Okay.
I've just never kicked them back.
This was before
Yes.
August 14th. And
That's never been allowed, period.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I have to, that's my ignorance.
It's because it's clear. Because
Okay.
it's just not clear.
So if
You
I
have to have a
did-
clear and contractual expectation of what it looks like.
I have gotten it. If
Yeah.
I have gotten it. If
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Yep.
that part. Let's say I say 2.5%.
Yes.
2 to 2.5%.
Nope. A
If I
number,
did,
CC.
I'm saying hypothetically, if I did, then I went to sell the home,
Yes.
and there was a say 2%, and they have blank amount of bonus.
Mm-hmm.
All total is not 2.5%.
As long as the compensation is less than what's in your buyer broker agreement, you can
Yes.
take it. So if it's 2% plus $500 and it's less than 2.5%, you can take that and not charge the balance.
Now, that's what
But
my
it can't
question
be a
is.
2.5 to 2.
Now
It needs to be a
everybody knows
2.5.
that now.
Yeah.
You cannot have a range of it.
No range. Specific numbers in legal terms. Per MLS, not a legal term. Guys, what complicates this a little bit more, and we'll get to the question, what complicates this a little bit more is the fact that not all, you've got VAR and MR still continuing to do co-op compensation in their agreements. Co-op compensation is gone according to this lawsuit. That's what it was all about. So the difference between co-op and non-co-op, co-op compensation means the listing broker gets the money and then it flows out to the broker, to the buyer's broker based on an arbitrary number the listing agent sets. MR and VAR agreements still say that. The rest of everyone in every single jurisdiction has gone to the listing agent gets paid this, an unrepresented buyer gets paid this, subagent gets paid this in some cases. Subagent means they're not signing buyer agency representation, but they're subagent of the seller. We don't do subagency. You have your own liability. I don't want somebody else's. And then another line item down is a buyer's agent may ask for compensation, and you might be expected to pay up to whatever, this is industry rate, and oh, by the way, this is negotiable in the contract because it says right there it's not binding, right? Hello, Steve. What you bringing me?
It's just a note saying I'm doing a great job.
Hot from the news desk.
To keep up the great work.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. We'll go through that too. All of that is the things that are changing and the things that we need to pay attention to. You had a question.
Yeah, actually, when you put 3% on the buyer's agreement, because we are assuming that we get up to 3% commission, at the same time, if I tell my buyer that if I don't get 3%, then you are responsible for X amount, say
That
2%.
you don't have to. Yes, that's in the contract.
Okay.
That's the way the contract's written. Yes.
So how I'm going to prove that I will stick to my word that say only 2%, because I'm putting on the contract 3%.
Right.
So I know that my client will trust me, but I need to put something in writing. Where should I do that? And there's a form for that.
So
That's my
no,
question
so
is.
your buyer's agreement says you're going to make X, and it very clearly delineates up to X. So if you put, and I'm going to go backwards with you, if you put 2% in your buyer agreement and you put 3 in the contract, that delta doesn't come to you.
Yes.
That 1% goes to the client or goes back to the seller or goes to whoever. If you put 3% in your agreement and you collect 2, the math's there. The contract says 2. Your contract with the buyer says 3. The delta of that is 1%. The contract clearly states anything outside of the delta of the contract is paid by the buyer. So there's no additional form. You would just notify title. When you go to close the title, you would notify them the seller pays 2%, the buyer pays 1%.
Yes, I understand,
But I think,
Sarah,
I think,
but,
Marshall, what you're asking, we've had this question a lot, is if they want to tell their clients
That I'm not gonna charge
3%,
you?
right? So if we buy a house that only is paying 2%, I'm only going to take that 2%. I'm not going to hold you to the other
Guys,
1%.
I'm going to tell you
yes,
this.
some buyers not going to take my word and say, no, Marshall, it says 3%,
Yes.
so I'm going to be
I
responsible
would
for
put it in an
3%.
email. I would not change that form. I would not alter that form. I would not say if the seller only gives me 2%, you do not get the remainder. Look, I'm not going to edit y'all's forms. I'm not going to audit them. But you should do it in an email and not on the form, because you putting, if I only get 2%, I'm not charging the other 1%, is again against the intent of what the changes were for.
So that means by email that
I would
I'm
email them and
legally
say,
allowed to
I'm
do that.
I'm agreeing that if I only collect 2% from you, that I will not charge you the remaining 1%. Do it in an email.
That's why I think they have to have range.
No range. No range, Cece. No range.
So I've been working with a lot of renters.
Yes.
And so I've been going out as representing the actual renters with the listing agents. And what happens is I meet them through the listing agent. I've been working with one of our agents here that have the listings, and he get unrepresented renters that want to go see the property.
Right.
Okay. So the way around, my question is, what's the best way to handle that? The way I've been handling it is get a group of them together, and I host a open house
And you do a tour.
and do exactly
Right.
That's
So
what
you
I've
could do that. The key is, though, is just because they're unrepresented to the listing agent, they're passing them off to you, they should become your clients. It should be your clients. You're not working for that agent necessarily unless that's the agreement you have. If you're just passing off rental leads and they don't expect anything out of return, you need to be the tenant agent. You need to be representing that client and receiving that. But yeah, you could do a tour. You can do one-on-one. Like, there's all kinds of rental philosophies. We used to, back in the day, we did the foreclosure bus.
I'm sorry, what now?
Anybody remember those? The foreclosure bus. Oh my God, people, I just dated myself. So when foreclosures were everywhere,
Did Farrah Fawcett drive this foreclosure?
no, well played,
I'm
Bethany
just-
Joy, well
thank you,
played.
Thank you.
But we used to get a bus, and we would get a bunch of agents together, and they would go from foreclosure to foreclosure to foreclosure to foreclosure, and they'd take a round of clients with them that wanted to see it, and they would just wagon tour it from house to house to house to sell the foreclosures. Oh, it's hilarious.
Let's bring it back. I love it.
And they would
I'll bring snacks.
sell houses, yes. One thing I wanted to read here, this is what Steve brought in, which is fantastic. Guys, specific and conspicuous disclosure of the amount of rate of compensation. Specific and conspicuous does not mean arranged. It means a percent, right? We've got a clear language. Compensation that is objective and not open-ended. It cannot be open-ended. They have to know specifically 3%, $9,000. Those are specific numbers. A term that prohibits agents from receiving compensation for brokerage services from any source that exceeds that amount. Again, those bonuses that are in excess, or if you put 2 and they ask for 3, that's in excess. You cannot accept that. And you cannot, a conspicuous statement must be included that brokers' fees and commissions are fully negotiable and not set by law. Those are now in all of the agreements. In fact, part of Bright's changes that extra form, right? Guys, y'all know I believe in less is more. I hate adding to those sky slope checklist. I believe in less is more. The changes that we make Bright's requiring, so Bright's requiring a now disclosure that says commissions are negotiable. Commissions are negotiable. Buyers, do you understand? Commissions are negotiable. Yes. Signature. Tenants, do you understand? Buyer, yes. Sellers, landlords, all in the same form. That's now required on all of those contracts as well. And your compliance will be kicked out right now if you do not have that on file. If you ratified after 8/14. Okay, if you ratified after 8/14. Any other quick questions and we need to move on? Okay, yes. You need the mic. They need to hear you from home. I can hear you, but they need to hear you out. Donnie needs to hear you in the car so that he can answer you before I do. Yeah.
Sure. So I have a question with respect to so in this case, I'm working with the buyer. So when we are putting in the contract to get the compensation from the seller, right, you have the option to fill out whatever number or percentage you want. Are the seller's agents supposed to disclose what they are getting, or can we ask them?
Great question. All right, so that's a great question. Guys, I'm going to tell you, and Donnie and I have really come around to this way of thinking in the last couple of days. We've had so many agents call and say, I've called 15 agents and nobody's telling me what they're offering. And why would you?
Yeah.
Because what if you, as the seller's agent, say, I'm going to offer 3%, but you were only going to charge your client 2%. You just gave away a percentage of the client's money. Right? I would say, as a listing agent, my client has been prepped to prepare for buyer agency compensation. Please make your offer. Right. Well, how much are they willing to pay? I don't know. I haven't gotten the offers. I would not give them a number because you're giving away your client's money. Mm-hmm. So you as the buyer's agents have to, this is that part of kicking and screaming into the new way. You as buyer's agents have got to get comfortable saying, this is my fee, and I'm going to charge it. Look, I don't care if you work for 1% or 92%. It's you. It's your business model. You get to do what you want to be and be the realtor you want to be, right? Make your stance, your value proposition with your clients, and then make your offer. The listing agent is under no obligation, and nor do I think you should, listing agents, tell everybody what your client's going to pay because they may not ask for that much.
So in this case, if the listing agent is saying, like, this is a flat fee my client is willing to pay.
Okay.
Is that negotiable or no?
Everything in life's negotiable, friend.
Negotiable. So
yes.
They say, like, okay, we can
you put whatever you want to in that contract. They'll counter you, and they may counter you.
Right. Including the commission amount you're saying.
That is a counterable now item.
All right.
Now, as a listing agent, before I countered the buyer's agency commission out, I would counter the price up I would counter the sales price up for the buyer because it's technically the buyer's expense anyway, and I'm getting paid by the buyer. So as the listing agent, if I had 3 contracts that were netting different, and I wanted this particular agent to have this contract because for whatever reason, but the difference was commission, I would counter the price back on that commission and put that 2.5% or whatever was in that contract. I'd put it back in the price and counter it back. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to say yes. It doesn't mean they're going to get it. But I would absolutely, in an attempt, because we know our buyer's agents are rock stars, and in an attempt to preserve buyer agency, I would counter that price first. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for your client. Cece. Oh, we need a mic back. Cece's got one more, and then we're going to roll on.
When you're negotiating an offer, buyer agent commission, would you prefer us to put in a front page where what is a paragraph 2 or whatever the front page of the
That's where it goes. There is a place in the contract that says buyer subsidy, closing cost, and then it says buyer's agent compensation.
Right.
It needs to be there.
It should be on that, or you can have addendum to it. Which one do you would prefer?
Well, it depends, right? When you do the contract originally, it needs to go in the place that is outlined for it to go. Now, something may change later. Let's say something changes later and you get a bad home inspection and you negotiate, hey, instead of giving my client repairs to the house, they want you to pick up a % of my buyer's agency compensation. Well, then the addendum might say sellers agree to compensate 1% buyer's agency compensation. Right. The addendum can be there. But I will tell you, you are best served always filling in the blanks. You're not an attorney. Don't put yourself in a position to write legal documents unless you have to.
Got it.
You
So
have a
everybody-
blank, put them in the blank, right? All right,
Right.
let's roll on.
Okay.
We'll talk some more. We've got new updates coming in. We've got new lunch and learns on the schedule. We have a ton of lunch and learns. Our goal is to hit every area more frequently to be able to support the agents and influx new energy into those offices. So our next ones, we're in Ashburn. We're here in Chantilly at International. We're going down to Stafford on the 29th. We're kicking back over to Noma on the September 4th. White Marsh on the 5th. Alexandria on the 10th. Bowie on the 11th and Martinsburg on the 17th. We have got a great team of people. No, Donnie is no longer doing all of these himself. We've got our wonderful Bethany, we've got
true.
Richard, and we've got Bobby doing these as well. So we have a recruiting team that's going out to all of these different lunch and learn events. Remember, the majority of our agents that come into our company are referred by other agents. So when they put your name down as the person who brought them in, and or you introduce Donnie by email to the agent and he talks to them, you get paid money, recruiting bonus. We are sharing that success of them coming over with you. There's a big blue button on the Cardinal Nest. There are 3 ways to get paid, and there's only 3 ways. One of them you have to do. You cannot call us 4 months later and say, I talked to them one time because I was doing a deal and they asked me how I liked it and I was the sole reason why they came. Can I have $10,000? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to fill out a form before they come on board. You have to introduce them to Donnie via email with them on it, not just say, here's 92 people I want you to contact. It has to be a warm handoff introduction, or you can go to a lunch and learn in any one of those wonderful locations and convenient locations for you. Remember, not everybody wants to go to a lunch and learn convenient to them. Sometimes they want to go a little further out so that they're not seen.
Little incognito.
Incognito action. So when you want to invite someone, send them to joinsamson.com. All the lunch and learns are on there. They can sign up to attend. You can sign up to bring them. That's the other way that you get paid.
Quick note on that too, guys. I know earlier I was talking about, these real estate forums, these online groups that you're on. I'm seeing a lot of agents, not Samson agents, I'm seeing a lot of other agents looking around a little bit right now. This industry is changing. The way we're doing things, our approach is changing
And
a
many
little
brokers
bit.
have got their head in the sand.
Exactly. And there's a lot of agents on there looking for answers that they should be getting from their brokers, but they're not. So they're looking for a place to go to hang their licenses, to run their business where they will be supported. And we all know that happens here at Samson. So essentially what I'm saying is strike while the iron is hot to get these recruiting rewards, because there are a lot of people looking to make a change and looking to make a shift in their business. So, be active, be communicating, be networking with other agents, because there's a great opportunity for you here.
And guys, there's a great opportunity to build teams. For those of you that have ever, look, teams are not right for everybody, but I'll tell you, if you've ever wanted to explore it, there's a lot of resources and training that we've done on the Nest for teams. We have the coaching, Samson Coaching, that can help coach through teams. There are a lot of different team workshops. Guys, this is the time, because people are looking and their business is not where it was last year or where they want it to be.
And we're a very team-friendly
And
brokerage.
we're a very
And you don't
team-friendly.
always find that, but
Yes.
we are very, very team-friendly here
Yes,
at Samson.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so just a reminder that we do have in-house property management as an option for you. Beth and Jeff are doing a fantastic job kind of going around to the footprint, introducing property management services and what they look like to our agent and our property management department. They do have their own SamsonPropertyManagement.net website that you can go to get more information. It's also on the Cardinal Nest. But don't forget, every time you refer your client, your investor client, into property management and they sign to become a property management client, you get a $250 referral fee for just making a phone call. I call that the Merry Christmas check. Little money to spend on my Christmas self. So make sure that you send those in to Beth and Jeff. Their email, best email for them is spm@samsonproperties.net. They've got a wonderful team of people in place, from dedicated property managers to maintenance schedulers to a dedicated inspector that goes and does good property management work to not only protect your client's biggest investment, but also help the tenants be happy in the house. Because a happy tenant means they pay on time and they don't complain a lot to other people, mainly the landlord. So it keeps everybody happy. Their visits and educational series will be posted on the Nest as well, so keep an eye out for those.
All right. we also have 2 open positions here at Samson Properties. If you are an agent with us and you've often thought, wow, those staff members are really cool. Not me, obviously, but other staff members. And you thought, I'd really love an opportunity to get to work with them. Well, we have 2 opportunities for you here.
2 chances.
We are looking for an office administrator for our Waldorf office. This is a part-time position, and it's the lovely individuals that sit at the front desks. They help the agents. They greet the clients. They assist with and facilitate cardinal closings.
Some of them do compliance. Some of them do concierge services.
You've got some opportunities there to make a little extra bucks doing concierge services for other agents.
$.
And then this one is close to my heart personally, the agent experience specialist. Yes, that would mean you would have to work with me. Take that as you will. We are looking for a new agent experience specialist in our Central Maryland offices as well as our DC offices. That is one position. You'd cover about 6 to 7 offices. This is a full-time position with benefits, with PTO.
What kind of benefits?
Working with me. Benefits. Okay, so I've made a post in the agent Facebook group, and I may have put an extra E in benefits, making it read benefites.
We're like, what the heck's a benefite?
Our very diligent CFO, Joe, sent me a lovely email that evening that said, health benefits, ha, 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 ha. So I have since spell checked myself and corrected it. But guys, this is a really awesome opportunity, this agent experience specialist. It's a great and competitive salary. You've got the benefits, the PTO, all that jazz, a little stability maybe in a time where maybe you're not feeling super stable in the industry. This could be a great way to do it and still stay in the industry. I'll tell you right now, the number 1 quality that we're looking for in this position is personality. We need somebody warm. We need somebody who's willing to take agents by the hand and say, listen, this is where we're going to get you. We're going to get you into this resource. We're going to get you into this training. We will teach you everything that you need to know about Samson. We will teach you things about real estate. I cannot teach you how to be a nice, warm person. So please already be that. Have that warm.
You've already got to be that.
Have that
servient heart.
Yeah.
That I want to see people be successful. You have to be the person that when you walk in the room turns to look at you and you can say, the party's here, right? You've got to be that person that people gravitate to and that you have a sincere desire to help them, because that's what our staff mantra is. Every staff member here has to have that desire to help others be successful, because you guys are hard work.
Listen, and we're working hard to support you.
And we're working hard, yes.
So if either of those, if you're interested
that sounds
in
like
the,
you,
the
yes.
Waldorf admin position, please reach out to Adrian Torres. If you're interested in the agent experience specialist position, please reach out to me. I would love, 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 love to talk to you. Again, shameless plug, you get to work with me.
All day long and twice on Sundays. Okay, mark your calendars, guys. We're going to be on the road. We're going to be in some of your local trade shows, so we would love to have you stop by and see us on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, September 16th through the 18th. How many of you are going to Maryland for the Ocean City? Ocean City. So I wonder if I say I'm going to the trade show at Ocean City, but I actually never show up at the trade show. Does that count as me having worked?
None of us will rat you out. Absolutely.
Or none of us will rat me out. You would all rat me out in 2 hot seconds.
In a heartbeat.
Absolutely. So Maryland Association of Realtors is in September. GBBR at Martins West in Baltimore, October 17th. And then the NVAR convention on October 22nd in Tyson's Corner. Please mark your calendars. If you're in the area, stop by, kick a tire or two. We love to have our Samson agents near our booth. It helps bring people in when they see happy agents loving their company. So we would love for you to come out and support us and stop by and say hi.
And you know we'll have the tchotchke too.
Oh, we'll have some
you want the
tchotchkes.
Samson tchotchke, you've got to come find us.
Yeah, we'll have something to give away. So it's time for trivia.
Ooh.
Anyone, you ready?
Do I get to play still? How does this work when I'm, okay.
You have to watch. I'm
All right.
reading, and
All
you
right.
have to watch for the first hand.
Oh,
You
okay.
cannot shout it out. You have to be in the room to win.
I only have
Sorry,
one contact.
people
in. This should
watching
be
at
fun.
home, put on your pants and come to the office. Get your arms ready.
There are so many people stretching right now.
Everybody's like, yes. All right, you ready? Our first trivia question, hands up. When is the cornhole tournament? Yes, ma'am.
Angie. On the
September 18th after the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
She wrote it down.
Good
She
for
has a
you.
notepad,
She has
and
notes.
she's been making notes.
That's nice. All right, we're going to give away. So
Okay,
grab
yeah,
that
yeah,
first
yeah.
pop-by gift.
All right.
The wonderful Deb Gorham. Okay, you gotta demonstrate it first.
Oh, okay.
You got to do a
My first day, guys.
You
My
got to
first
Vanna
day.
White
I'm
it and
sorry.
show what.
Okay.
So Deb put together a wonderful
Pop-by.
pop-by idea
Oh,
that
look
she
at
wanted
that.
to
It
share
comes
with
in a little-
you.
This is adorable. Here we go.
I know it's not Trader Joe's, but it's a wonderful little bag. You've got glow sticks. Oh, it's a glow flag. That's cool.
Cute. They're
Oh.
hot dog holders, but they're American flag hot
Flag,
dog holders.
flag. You got a little
Beverage
grill,
napkins.
beverage napkins. You've got flag things to hang up.
Some barbecue. Oh, it's a whole barbecue basket. I get the theme now. I get it.
Deb's newsletter with probably barbecue recipes in there.
Love it.
A spud and salmon salad for those of you that are trying to be healthy, and burger gourmet. So the whole theme, pop by idea, she put those
Love
together
it.
to show you guys. So Angie, you win our first pop by of the day.
Just remember to take Deb's business card out of there, or you'll be feeding Deb a
Yeah,
lot of
before you
business.
give it to someone else.
You are welcome.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, ready for the second one?
Yes.
All
them.
right.
Okay.
Where can you get top producer takeover tickets? Cece,
Cece was on it.
where can you get the tickets? QR code will take you at
All right.
Samson Nest QR code. I will give it to you, Cece. That was a little bit of a struggle, but I will give you all those points. You can go to topproducertakeover.com. You can go to the Cardinal Nest on the date of. You can click the QR code on Top Producer Takeover, and you've got wonderful access to your pre-market tickets. Remember, it goes on sale. Get your pre-market tickets now so that you get a seat. We are packing this joint. We're talking 450 people. There will be no walk-ins the day of,
And
we will
imagine
have to turn you away.
when Jared James announces it. And
Yes,
to
it's
his
going to be a
sphere.
rush to our
Yeah.
site, so we want to make sure our Samson. We've been talking about it for weeks now. So if you're sitting on your just dilly-dallying, stop dilly-dallying. Okay, is this the same or is this
No,
different?
it's different.
All right,
It's
this is a different pop-by idea that Deb has for us today.
Still with the newsletter though.
Oh, back
Oh,
to
it's a
school special.
School. A
Notebooks,
notepad. We've got
pencil cases, pencils.
wipes and tissues and Tic Tacs.
Is this an apple for the teacher?
It's a Post-it note holder.
It's a
Yeah,
Post-it
shaped like an apple.
How cute is that? So if you have teachers in
that's
your life and you want to do a pop by or
adorable.
anybody going to school, super cute ideas, Miss
I'm
Deb.
just gonna hold on to the Pringles though. So I don't know. You're a good friend, Cece.
Cece's going to give her the
Lord
Pringles.
knows I don't need it, but thank you.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you,
Congrats,
guys.
Cece.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Deb, for your pop by ideas. Is Miss Carrie here? I hear somebody walking. I'm going to assume she is.
I'm gonna gracefully step off and make room.
Come
for
on
her.
up, Miss Carrie.
I
How
hear
you
her, I hear
doing?
her.
We need a microphone up here for Carrie. Somebody stole her microphone. Oh,
Pay no
she's
attention
got
to
one.
that man
Perfect.
behind the curtain.
Well-oiled machine, friends. Well-oiled machine. Hi. Good morning. So, guys, capture rate in July, you guys are killing it. We are getting better and better and better every month. Virginia, West Virginia, averaged 55% of our buyer side deals from Samson going to Cardinal. DC, Maryland was 36%. So our company average was 49%. It's great. Do more. I love when those numbers start climbing up. So let's take a quick look at what that breaks out to across our regions. You can see that we've mapped it out by different areas: the Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle, Central Virginia, Baltimore, DC metro area, and then Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia, we've got a huge concentration of Cardinal supporters, which we love. We love you guys. Baltimore, Maryland, DC metro area, we are coming on strong. You know, we're just getting set up in that Baltimore metro market with processors and things like that, but we've been there for a while and they're doing a good job. As well as the DC market, we've got people everywhere and they really, really do a good job. So guys, lean in, please. Help us help you, because the more you use Cardinal, the more resources and tools I can put in, and the more Jared Jameses that I can have come speak to us. This is all the stuff that we do is a reflection of you guys pouring back in and using Cardinal. So please give them an opportunity if you have not already. You look pretty.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I tried to do a Farrah Fawcett thing.
Oh, you did?
I heard it was the theme of the
Wings.
meeting. Yeah.
It is. It is. I think I outed my age when I said Farrah Fawcett, right? All right. What are you going to talk about today? Our
All
July
right.
winners.
Yes, I'd like to recognize our people from Cardinal who were winners for July. Christella, pre-processor of the month. Christine Richard, processor of the month once again. She is a repeat winner.
Ah, good job.
We have Ryan Jump, a new winner, settlement attorney of the month. Ryan is in our office in National Harbor, Waldorf, and you may also see him in DC. So he's a new winner. We're super happy for him.
You go, Ryan. Jump, jump.
We've got Patricia, post closer of the month, another repeat winner. And Jeanette Kidd, winner of our Above and Beyond Award. Jeanette is a settlement agent downstairs, so you probably know her from the settlement table. And this is something we vote on every month. You have to be nominated and then voted by your peers at Cardinal to be the Above and Beyond winner. So it's an extra special mention for Jeanette.
I love that because her own people are nominating her for
Yes.
helping. So remind
she's
them,
fabulous.
remind them of how you guys award processor and pre-processor and settlement. How
Yeah.
do you award your awards?
You know what? It's hard to decide. We have so many great people. Generally, for Processor of the Month, we go with whoever processed the most files. Christine Richard processed 50 files, and that is a really big number for one processor. And so generally, we look at who did the most and make sure all those files were really on point and great, that she did a fantastic job on all of them, and Christine always does. Same thing with Post-Closer of the Month and Patricia. We have numbers. We look at those numbers. She post-closed more files than anybody else. And so generally we look at those numbers. And then there are a few more other factors that go into the settlement attorney and pre-processor of the month as well. But we just want to make sure we reward these people. They get a bonus and they get recognition from the company and also from Samson.
We
So we're
love
really
it.
happy
We
to
love our
recognize
people, and we
them.
want to make sure that they're doing a great job. And guys, don't forget, you will get a survey after every single closing, and that helps them make their decisions on the survey results that you're getting because you're answering questions about each one of these people's job and your overall satisfaction with Cardinal. And we read every single one of them. Carrie reads them, Donnie reads them, I read them, we all read them because we want to know what your feedback is. And if you have an experience where you are blown away and overwhelmed, share that because we want to give that recognition to the people that worked on that case just as much as the transactions that maybe you had a different expectation of how it should go and you think something should have been handled differently. Well, there may be reasons that it was handled the way it was that you're not aware of. So let us help talk through that and let us find out some answers. But call Carrie, call Donnie, call me, call whoever. Let's make sure that we get you the answers you need and that feedback's given, good and bad.
Yeah, we get almost all fives, and we're thrilled about that. But if
Love
it's not
that.
a five, we're going to reach out to you and figure out what we could do better and what we did not meet your expectations on. So we do take that really seriously. So thank you for everybody who completes those. They also go to your clients. They go directly to the buyers and sellers, and we really enjoy their feedback as well.
You guys have tons of reviews.
We have tons of reviews.
like
we love it.
over
We read them all.
20,000.
Yeah, I read every single one. As soon as it comes, I read them all
Yes.
every
awesome,
day.
Awesome. So back to basics.
Yeah,
We
so-
talked about it school time, and some people are
Yeah.
patting and tearing, and some people are like shoving out the door.
Oh, I'm a
Which camp
little
are you in?
sad. My son left yesterday to go back to Virginia Tech.
Another Hokie. Go Hokies.
Yeah,
Yes. Woot
Yeah.
woot. Were you sad or were you kicking?
I'm sad.
Am I the only person
I'm
that wants
sad.
to kick their children out the door? Okay.
Yeah, he's back there. School doesn't start till next week, so he's playing golf and going to parties, so he's got it pretty good. I'm a little jealous.
He's living his best life,
He is.
Harrison. He's living his best
He
life.
definitely is, but we miss him. Just back to basics, just want to mention a little bit about wire fraud. It's really helpful to us when you can remind your clients about wire fraud, hear about it from you. We're obviously going to send them information about it, but when they hear it about from you, we really value that, somebody they're already in a relationship with, and really to understand the importance and what we're so worried about with wire fraud. Just a couple other little reminders, kind of in the back to school theme. Try to be early for closing. Beat your client there so that you're there before your client. I think that's always a great first impression when they're greeted by you in the office. So I would always recommend coming 5 to 10 minutes early. And if your client is somebody who's always half an hour early, obviously you want to be 35 minutes early. So always being there to greet your client, kind of a first day of school type of way. As far as homework, always keeping up to date in Qualia. That's our main way to communicate with you. So when you can communicate with us through Qualia, letting us know your commission, information about the home warranty, that's really helpful to us to use Qualia. And also, again, wire fraud, I can't stress that enough, how important it is to make sure your clients know we will only send wiring instructions through Qualia, no other way.
And guys, that's super important. And we know that we feel like we harp on it a lot, and we know you probably get tired of saying, well, we know, because it happens all the time. There is not a day that goes by that I don't get some type of email from some hacker that's trying to get me to pay invoices or wire money or from this title company or this title company, and it's not that title company. And it can happen to anybody. And once that money's gone, because we have not stopped as agents to say, listen, we're going to go to settlement. There are bad people, and wire fraud's rampant. You are only going to take your wiring instructions from Qualia. It's a secure site. You don't take them from emails from me. You don't take them from emails from Cardinal Title. You're only going to get them inside of Qualia, and you've got the wire disclosure at the bottom, and then, of course, we still have our wire disclosure. This is not a document that we're supposed to set with a signature and send and never explain to them. Click here 3 times. It's more of a, I'm sending you this disclosure because wire fraud's rampant, and you need to know that you're going to have a lot of money tied up in this transaction. You send it nowhere without talking to me first. And that means voice to voice. And if you have any questions, call down to Cardinal Title, talk to them, they'll walk you through it.
Can't say how important it is.
Awesome. Well, thank you
All right,
so
thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, and great job to Sarah and Bethany at the meeting today. Aren't they
You
doing
go,
awesome?
Bethany. Bethany Joy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow Cardinal Title on social if you don't already. They're giving out a lot of great information. We've also got some new information. I'm going to leak the plug here. We have been working on collecting data that Cardinal Title receives and extracting data from it. How many contracts are going under contract with contingencies versus out? How many days on market are they going out? So we can really track that wealth of gold mine of data that Cardinal Title's getting every week. So we will start sending some reports on that so that you've got active, really quick data to be able to see exactly what's happened the week previously so that you don't have to wait for a month for the statistics to come out from Bright or whatever. We want you to have, this happened last week, kind of data to be able to work off of so that you can tell your clients what's going on. Hi, guys. How are you? Good to see you. Are you on? It should be.
Hello?
Yep,
Yep.
you're
Okay,
on.
cool.
Okay. All righty. We are going to skip to, did you guys send me a slide? You didn't
I'll
send me a
scoot
slide.
over,
Come on over.
so Ken can get in the
Yeah, come
the
on in.
frame.
Ryan and Ken from First
Yeah.
Heritage Mortgage.
Good morning,
Welcome,
everybody.
guys.
How are you guys? Doing okay?
Yeah. How's the market, guys?
Market's good.
It's rolling.
Market's good. What are
Yeah.
rates doing? Because everybody wants to know. It's the burning question.
I guess that's my side.
That's your side?
Yeah.
As everybody knows, the Fed's talking about lowering interest rates. They're having a meeting this week. Well, not they're having a meeting, but the chairman's in Wyoming this meeting, and the big wait that we're all waiting for is what he's going to say at his speech on Friday. The anticipation is he's going to hint that they're going to drop rates maybe 0.25%. The markets are anticipating that much of a drop.
Yeah.
There's a small chance, like 25%, they may drop them 0.5%. We've already priced in the 0.25%. So when they do make the announcement, there's not going to be any mad rush for interest rates to go down. If you've got customers waiting, that's kind of what you need to tell them, that the market's already priced it in. And sometimes when they lower rates, rates go up. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
That's important too, because a lot of people think, well, as soon as the Fed lowers the rates,
Right.
we're going to see we're going to go down 1%. It doesn't work that way. The market corrects that as they're going in with anticipation that the market is the Fed's going to reduce that rate. It can be built in weeks or months before the change actually takes effect. And most clients don't understand that. I had a call yesterday with a builder, and he was like, well, Sarah, once they reduce the rates, this will be better, and the building market will start getting better again, right? And I'm like, it's already built in, friend. Did you see the rate movement in the last couple of weeks? Like,
Right.
It's built in already in anticipation of what the market's going to do. And if the Fed doesn't reduce it as much, then that's where we're talking about. You might see that rate jump go back up a little bit because they may have felt like they've underpriced it and they need to adjust it up a little more. So the movement you're seeing now is in anticipation of. It's not a result of.
And what it's going to really affect is home equity lines of credit and variable type rates. ARMs, what you're going to see more is ARMs start to come down, because right now banks have had to pay high interest to all of their people who have money with them. As that interest starts to go down that they have to pay us, they're able to lend money at lower rates, because now they're going to start borrowing money at lower rates. So the first thing you're going to actually see are adjustable rates come down.
I love me a good ARM.
As the bank borrowing costs go down, their lending costs are going to go down. You might want to start talking people, I mean, not right now, but because ARMs are still not priced very well, but an ARM in a dropping interest rate environment is probably not a bad idea, because you're probably only looking at it short term anyway. So we're at the top. You're not going to see this for quite a while. When they start dropping rates, it'll be a slow, another 2-3 years before we have to start
gradual
going back
ascent
up again. But you're not going to see us drop from where we were at 7% down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. It's not gonna do that. If you can see a 5 in front of your interest rate, that's when you should jump all over it if you're a buyer, especially.
5's good. Everything else bad. Got that?
Well, I mean, 6s are good too.
6s are good.
But
yeah.
but people are still waiting for 4s.
Look, you're not going to get 2 and 3
You're
back
not
in our
getting 2,
lifetime.
3,
We're not going to see
4s.
that. Yeah. Right. Excellent.
Exactly. And just in the last week or so, I've personally taken people who are locked, and closed their loan at 7.5%, and we're considering refinancing them. The question is, though, is is it too early to refinance, right? So coaching your clients, making sure they don't take on additional more than one refinance, I would say would be beneficial. A lot of people are looking at cash out options too now to eliminate some credit card debt, getting rid of some car notes, those kind of things. And we actually, at First Heritage, we have a refinance program currently. It's called Rate Rescue. And anybody that purchases with us, from now until, I'm sure they keep on extending it, truthfully, we will waive all of our lender fees on the future refinance. So that saves your client, $1,200-$1,300 on the refinance.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So make sure
It's
you're
kind of a hedge. Buy now, but
Right.
don't risk with the higher interest rate. They'll refinance you for free. That's
Right.
fantastic.
Exactly. And I wanted to just kind of speak today too, specifically. I'm not sure, I'm sure agents in here in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, all over.
All over.
But specifically, I wanted to bring attention to Virginia housing. Virginia housing used to be, historically a first-time home buyer driven program that helped homeowners who are first-time buyers get into houses with no money down. Recently, they've actually opened up to repeat home buyers. So that's a huge change. You're able to have people receive 101.5% financing, right? So 1.5% towards closing cost if they have a 680 credit score or higher. And I believe the income limit on that's $232,000 for a household. So pretty solid income to be able to get 101.5% financing. So if you have clients out there who need down payment relief, or just to kind of help alleviate some closing cost, Virginia Housing is really stepping up their game.
That's awesome.
And getting into repeat home buyer lending.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Any specific questions for these guys? Yes, ma'am. Let's get a mic up here. I'm gonna put you in charge of the floor.
What was that?
What's the rate for around this right now?
Yeah.
I love when somebody asks.
I'll
me
let
the
Ken
question,
answer that one.
What's the rate?
There is one specific number. It's a range,
There's not
CC.
just one.
Yeah.
If you're a first-time home buyer,
Yeah.
or even not, if you're doing a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac Home Ready loan,
Yeah, that's a good price.
you could probably even get a rate under 6% right now.
Yeah, first time buyer money, yeah.
If you're doing just a normal loan, you're probably in the low sixes right now. Rates are pretty well.
And if you're trying to buy investment property at 7.5, don't try to do that right now.
But don't sleep on the first-time home buyer loan for buyers that are not first-time home buyers that make less than 120% of the area income. They can get the lower interest rate loans.
That's fantastic.
And it's based off of qualifying income, right? Not household income. So say somebody makes a base salary of $150, they qualify for that house with that income only, but they get like another $100 in commission. We can forget about commission and make them fit in that product. So they're able to shave quite a bit off the rate.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
My question was for the repeat home buyers program you just talked about. If I have a first-time home buyer with that income level, will they be able to apply for this program?
So for first-time home buyers, the income level is different. So for 2 or fewer people in a household, it's going to be $176,000. Okay. For
Max.
3 or more, right? So if you got a bigger family, I believe it's going to be $205,000. So it's really solid income.
It's got solid income. Yeah.
And it's 100% financing.
Yeah.
So there has never been a time where you can make $200,000 and buy a house with
no money down.
And get 1.5% towards closing costs.
Right.
Or to buy the rate down with that 1.5%.
That's fantastic.
Any renter now who has a good credit score should be buying a house.
Yeah.
And there's not many out there making $200,000. So there's everybody out there that you're showing rentals. This is the first program you should walk them into and say, hey, look, there's a program for 100% finance. If you've got good credit, you qualify for the ratios, you can get into a house now instead of renting one.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so we're going to thank them for coming in. We're going to move on and go over some market reports real quick. Yeah, can we do it after? We're running short on time. We'll get you guys. Contact First Heritage. Can you guys hang around for a few minutes? Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Stay here. These guys are from First Heritage, and they'll answer your question right after we get through. We need to run through some market reports real quick to get you guys out of here. All right. Oh, it went. It was just hung up. Yeah, I know. All right, let's go through a couple market reports. DC metro area. You guys, some of the things that I wanted to point out is Listings from last year are only up 2%. That's not huge. They are down 4% from last month. So some of you have said, I just don't feel like there's a lot going on in July. Well, that's because it's pretty flat, right? There wasn't a lot going on in July in the DC metro area. We had just an average size inventory. We'll get to that in just a second. With the DC metro market, they're up 6% from last year. So they are seeing a little bit more inventory, just a little bit down again, relatively flat on that median sold price. I do want to go over, oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. When you're looking at active days on market and active listings, this is important, guys, because we keep thinking that everything's sitting so long. You know, we're going to HQ to use, and they're saying, well, what do I do? The house has been on the market for 20 days and it hasn't sold. 20 days is normal, right? Cece, you've been in the business how long?
6 years.
Long time, Cece, long time. So when you look at our active listings right now, we're at a 5-year average, guys. We're just a few off from a 5-year average. We have an average number of inventory. We're not low on inventory. We're not high on inventory. Again, that's really important because we have just an average amount of inventory, which is good because it creates an environment for stable market. All right, the average days on market over 5 years is 18 days. We're sitting at 20. Guys, a normal market countrywide is 3 to 6 months for a listing on the market. We didn't even see that in our worst buyer's market known demand back in the day. We've never seen those numbers. So whereas adding a couple days on market feels very stressful for your clients and for us as listing agents, we're still very, very normal in a normal market. And you can look at that average sold price to ratio there at 100%. That's important because people are pricing appropriately. They're not pricing where the last house sold for plus money. They're pricing where the buyer market needs to be and where the buyers are looking, and they're letting the market carry the money up versus them overpricing, shooting too high, and then being stagnant on the market. So
shameless plug for Casey Samson's pricing class.
Absolutely, absolutely.
If you haven't watched it, it's on Samson
It's you on his master channel. Watch his pricing class. He rolls it out and shows you how he prices all properties and just uncovers the pulls back the covers. The Richmond area is acting a little differently. So if we look at the Richmond area for their CVR MLS, we had a 13% change over last year in listings. But guys, I want you to take that big 13% number and don't look at it as there's a huge change because it's only a couple hundred listings. But that couple hundred listings is being felt down there. They think it's moving a little bit slower. Their pending sales are up, so they're getting about 6% of those under contract. All right, I want you to do the math. If 13% are coming on, but 6% only are going off, that means they're sitting a little bit longer, right? They're sitting a little bit longer on that days of market. So they do have about a 2-month supply of inventory. Remember what I said, that's normal, right? Versus a 1.5 last year. So that does represent a 25% change in length of time. So they are sitting longer. But again, it's only a couple of days. So don't let that number scare you too much when you're looking at that. So they do have about an inventory of homes for sale. They're moving off a little slower. So they are up about 20% over the year. So those are all important metrics to keep in mind when you're looking at those markets. When you look at condos and townhouses versus single families, again, new listings are up 22%. It's about 60 listings in there. Pending sales is up 8%, right? But not the 22 mark that we were looking at. And they have climbed on that condo townhouse market to 2.1 month supply of inventory. So when we say 2.1 month supply of inventory, all that means is that if nothing new came on the market, it would take 2.1 months to clear the market of inventory so that there would be nothing left to sell. So that's when we say 2.1 months. That's an average speak for telling your client, guess what? You're going to be on the market 2.1 months on average. Up to, because that's the average month supply of inventory. All right, let's look on at our resource center. We have all kinds of market reports broken down by all jurisdictions. You can go on to the top resources section on the Nest. You can look in the market reports. You can see all of those counties broken down by month. Those are available for use in your listing presentations, in your social media packets, all of those things, that they're there available for you. We've got a couple of upcoming classes and dates that we want to run through. If we look at Next, Bethany's already teased the fact that we're going to be in Fredericksburg on the 29th, Noma on the 4th, and Bowie on the 11th for HQ2U. Put that on your schedule. Again, you're going to learn things. Here's a sample lineup that you can also see on the Cardinal Nest. Take away a nugget or two. Make your list. Walk away with an action item to do new things in your business every week. Don't try to do everything at once. We would love to see you. We love to visit you guys when we come out into the field. Don't forget, we have free coaching as a company, Wednesday, August 21st, from 6 to 7. It is free coaching. The wonderful Deb Gorham is going to be teaching that. And at the client engagement for Labor Day, I think she showcased a little bit of what that class was going to be about with her pop buys that she did, guys. So if you have not gotten your business where you want it to be and you want to learn from the master of pop buys and social sphere of influence working, please mark your calendars for that free class Deb's doing from 6 to 7 on the 21st. Buyer consultations. Lynn has been going from office to office to office, teaching buyer consultations, teaching you how to sell your value, teaching you scripts, teaching you confidence, again, and how to make the conversion in this market to being a confident, self-assured, knowledgeable, professional buyer's agent. Again, the key is making that switch. That's the key to making the switch over to being a heavier listing agent. She's going to be in Lake Ridge on August 22nd.
Tomorrow.
Yes, to 10 to 12:30, teaching that class. Coffee with Casey. Casey's going to be in the studio on the 29th at 10:30 to 11:30, teaching his class that he teaches. Guys, he has been around every market and is still successfully one of the most successful agents in the marketplace. He's got a lot of wisdom to share, and he pours it back into us every week with his Coffee with Casey. You do not need to be him. You don't have to have Samson as a name. You don't have to have his personality or be the Marine. All you have to do is take the nugget, make it your own, be knowledgeable and professional, and he will teach you all the things to do that. SOAR, mark your calendars. Classes are free. It's brought on by Cardinal Title. Our next one is in the DC NOMA office on September 5th. We're going to be doing buyer presentation in the morning and contract to close with Ryan Jump in the afternoon so that you can learn a little bit more legal and buyer consultation from Cardinal Title. Time for trivia.
Right.
When is your next free coaching? Yes, ma'am. Tonight with Miss Bev Gorham. 6 to 7.
Oh my gosh, there's so many goodies.
There's so many
here.
choices. What are you giving away?
So many goodies over here. Let's do. I'm gonna grab this one. I like this one.
Yep.
Because it's a prize inside of a prize.
Oh, we
So
have
a little
the Samson notebook
and
the $50
$50
swag
to the
print center.
Center.
Yes. Congratulations.
Put that back in
We've got
there.
trivia again. Ready? List 3 resources you are plugging into this fall. 3 resources. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 7-figure realtor. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll take it. All those things, I'll take it. Samson U, first up, and 7-figure real estate coach. Lean in. Lean in. Thank you so much.
Hat and T-shirt combo.
Hat
here.
and T-shirt concert.
Samson Cares T-shirt.
Yes.
Samson Properties hat. Oh, this is a nice hat too, and it has room for the ponytail and everything.
Guys, we could not
Really
do
selling this
everything
stuff,
we
guys.
do without this next following group of individuals. We are going to call out, I am so pleased to give you this number, 714 closings
Wow.
in the month of July.
Wow.
Rock on, all you
incredible.
Samsonites. And you know, one of the things that
incredible.
this is what makes it possible for us to add, I know I've said it before, all of the resources that you can lean into. It allows us to continue to grow the agent service and agent experience team. It allows us to continue to help you in your business. So I cannot thank you enough for all the things that you guys do and with Samson and Cardinal. And so let's roll in. We got 714 closings to call out. Let's launch it with Abdu Tuku, Abdul Khalik, Abraham Indel, Adam Shively in West Virginia 5 times. Addie Graves, Adrian Slight, Agnes Roderick, Ahmad Darwish, Ahmad Malitsky, Ahmad Safar 4 times, Aiden Berry, Akilu Berry 3 times, Akram Abdukar, Alexandria Iamandi 3 times, Alfonso Torres, Ali Ahmed, Ali Denzishanazda, Aliyah Elenas, Amin Singh, Amit Kakar, Amy Beam, Andrea Barnett, Andrea Hayes, Andrea Perez del Castillo, We have Andrea Ruth Buck, Andrea Saunders 2 times, Andrea Fultz 4 times, Angel Kalaku, Angel Figueroa 3 times, Angelique Perding Navarro, Anil Bandari, Anil Khanna 2 times, Anise Khan, Ann Thomas 2 times, Annette Greco 2 times, and Antonio Hayes. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, and we have Amy Pichokul, Arklin Azar, Arslan Jamil at Leesburg, Arturo Saleme 2 times, Ashina Tucker, Ashish Sangrola, Ashley Kopecki 4 times, Asim Shazad, Asma Shah 2 times, Audrey Davidson.
Nice job, Audrey Davidson.
Badar Zaman 2 times, Bahar Dal Shahi once, Bonnie Constanza 3 times, Buford Mensa, Ben Ashlock 2 times, Beth Ann Wilson, Beth Dunn, Beth Farmsworth,
Bethany Durham. Woot woot.
Billy Quinn, Brad Maletti, Bradley St. Roars 3 times, Brandon Brown, Brandon Darr 3 times, Brandon Hatchett, Brian Rivers twice, Bridget Newman, Brittany Floyd, Brittany Latouk, Bruce Dennis, Bryant Nelson, Boonme 2 times, our Columbia
nice
office
job,
manager. Good
Boonme.
job, Boonme. Caitlin Ellis 3 times, Kamisha Barnes-Jonas, Candace Astroff
Nice
8
job.
times. Man, our office managers are putting in some
Our office
work.
managers are rocking it.
Carl Carrington 2 times.
Nice job, you guys. Carl Harper 2
There
times.
we go.
Carlisa Thompson. Carlos Fuentes 2 times. Carlos Sorto. Carmen Carter Howe. Carmen Murphy. Carolyn Jacobs. Carolyn Young 31 times. Holy moly. Carrie Cranford. Casey Quicken 2 times. Uncle Casey Sampson 14 times.
Lord.
And Catalina Sanchez 2 times. Celso Padilla Lara. Chelsea Charles. Cheryl Montague 2 times. Shintan Shaw 3 times. Jivy Lamonchain 2 times. Chris Lee 2 times. Chris Chamber, Chris Loizu, Chris Sepkoski, Kristen Minacci, Christina Pearson 4 times. Christopher Albrecht, Chris DiNapoli, Christopher Urick 3 times. Claudia Toledo 2 times. Colette LaForest, Consuelo Aden, Courtney Kayakindle 2 times. Coy Whitman, Crystal Van Dezel 2 times. Cynthia Chen 2 times. Daisha Hurd, Dana Ashlock, and Dana Jackins. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you.
We got Dane Work 3 times, Danica Hu 2 times, Daniel Lee 2 times, Daniel Meldano, Daniel Barbosa, Darren Robinson 4 times, David Luckenbaugh, Daisy Benitez, Debbie Harris, Debbie Maxim, Deborah Robinson, Denise DeJerf Carter, Dennis Courtier, Dereje Gurma, Derek Ha, Devang Joshi, Diana Tomingo 2 times, Diana Gordon, Deep Chu, Dilyara Dominova 6 times,
Nice job, Dee.
Dina Barahona, Don Feliciana twice, Donald Grant, Donna Stewart, Ernest Gorham 2 times, Mr. Ed Torres 3 times, Edith Thrash, Eduardo Espashin, Edward Doonan, Elbert Graves Jr., Elizabeth Klein 6
Nice.
times, half a dozen times, Manny Nieves twice, Eric Velasquez twice, Erlo Reyes, Eunice Rancy, and Fasika Dressa.
Nice job, you guys. Fernando Mejia 2 times. Flora Fuentes, France Darencourt, Fred Machini 4 times. Gabrielle Erangen 2 times. Gabriella Lozano, Gabrielle Banks, Gary Bayer, Gela Minnie 4 times. Jeanette Faison, Jenny Ween, George Bowler, Georgina Welsh, Gianna Riviera, Gladys Gales, Guillermo Barbosa.
Guillermo.
4 times. 4 times. Gurjit Kaur, Harley Hurd, Harry Brubaker, Heather Long, Heather Skronskowski, June Park 2 times. Heidi Hollis 2 times. Helen Argueta, Hulanam, Walter Gabriel, Ida Sam Naji, Aylan Pugh, Ayman Gobrin, Amrin Hassan, Irene Franklin, Iris Yu, Ishmael Jabi, Isbone Papine, Ian Hill, Jack Goodwin 2 times, and Jackson Shoemaker. Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have Jackie Boykin, Jad Sauersauer, Jae-Young Yoon, Jamal Alston, Jamal Whitehead, James Tate, Janet Cho, Janet Oriana 2 times, Janice Cairns 3 times, Jared Gray, Jason Chepradak himself, Jay Johnson 2 times. Mr. Jay Rousey, Jeanette Habashi, Jeffrey Farnsworth, Jeffrey Pennington 2 times, Jennifer Barner, Jennifer Bridges, Jennifer Dorn, Jennifer Fang 2
You got
times.
the Jennifer
I got the
page.
Jennifers. Jennifer Kelly, Jenny Kramer, Jenny Rousey, Jeremy Thompson, Jesse Pate, Jessica Gambrel, Jessica Santizo, Jessica Swisher 3 times, Jessica Wangoose, Jill Hendricks, Joan Singh, Joan Stansfield, Joe Azer 2 times, Joe Wilkerson, Joe Wilkes, and Johanna Gordon.
Nice
Good
job.
job.
Congratulations, everybody. John Holsinger, John Inez, John Kinsley, John Vandersdale 3 times, John Gift, Jonathan Gentry 2 times, Jordan Muirhead 3 times, Jose Rivera, Joseph Obey 2 times, Josue Ruiz 2 times, Jovanta Verdun, Judy Davis, Judy Getzky, Julie Holtcamp 2 times, Julie Young, Kamal Park 2 times, Kamala Emerson, Karen Como 2 times, Karen Shiro 2 times, Catherine Seville, Catherine Navarro Gillian, Kathleen Flasco 3 times, Kathy Pippi, Kathy Rainey, Katie Mudd, Katrina Curtin Sherrod, Kia Evans 3 times, Kelly Greco, Kelly Hayes 2 times, Kelly Snell, Kelly Price, Kellyanna Liu, Kendall Simpson, Kenneth Addertoye, and Carrie Ralston. Thanks, guys.
Starting off strong on the next page with Keisha Washington 2 times, Kader Hawa, Khalid Al-Hajeb, Kieran Morzaria 3 times, Kieran, Krista Stenberg, Kristen Spratley, Christy Jacobs-Williams 2 times, Christy Williams 1 time. Could be those are the same person. I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe we'll call it 3.
We're going 3.
Christy Edwards 2 times, Christine Jones, Krunal Mehta, Ladon RF 2 times. Is that you, Ladon? Yay! She's right
Woo,
here.
woo,
You gotta give
woo,
yourself
woo,
a woo-woo.
You got to woo-woo yourself. I can't see anything through the camera.
Lana
Sorry.
Schinnerer, Larea Edwards 2 times, Larry and Laura Bean. There. You represented that well.
I represented that well.
Latasha Rosier Bellin, Lori Moore, Lori Roberts, Leo Buenaventura, Leslie DeFore Barber, Leslie Spitzer, Leticia Gaddis, Lidio Vasquez, Lindsay Hoster, Lisa Hill, Lisa Wright, Londi Blessy, Lula Ayub, Lucas Julian, Lucia
Lulu.
Arden Jason, Lulu at 3 times, Luigi Marte, Lynn Carhawks, My
2
Trin
times.
Ho- 2
Lynn,
times, sorry,
2 times,
yes.
yeah.
My Trin Hona, Malik Paysour, Mandy Cole, and Manisha Hushin.
Oh, congratulations, you guys. Margaret Crescent, Margaret Wigerstein. We have Maribel Reyes, Maritza Munoz, Mark Wynn, Martha Acevedo, Martina Burns, Marwa Ali. We have Mesa El Eshak, Matt Jones, Maud Dixon 2 times, Mauricio Lujan, Meg Slimp, Megan Voicefert, May Soong, Mel Tulu, Melissa Weaver, Missy Whittington, Melanie Hughes, Meredith Smith, Michael DeLeangelis, Michael McKindy 2 times, and Michelle Gibson 5 times. Awesome. Michelle Gildea 2 times.
Good job, Michelle.
Michelle Purdom, Mike Labrash, Mike Sprague 2 times, Milutska Paletti 2 times, Mirtha Charones, Muhammad Wali, Muhammad Hoke, Molly Kramer, Manoj Kumar Rathi, Mudasar Jara, Munawar Khan, and Mustafa Akaden. Thank you guys so much.
We've got Myrna Kimbrough, Nadia Deskins, Namu Atkin Batar, Nancy Poe, Naomi Todd, Natalie McCarter 4
Nice
times.
job, guys.
Natalie Kirk, good job. Natasha Mills, Nav Singh, Nizam Hakimi, Nichelle Jeter, Nicole Hatch, Noelle Morgan, Nora Yellen 2 times, Olga Andreev, Olfimi Ifelaruti. I feel like okay.
If Badarati.
Please email me.
I am very much hooked on phonics.
Paige
Yes.
Kellogg, Pamela Scavangelli, Patricia Castellano, Patricia Noland, Patrick Cohen, Patrick Schneebel, Patrick Sowers 2 times, Patty Blackwelder, Pauza Leon 2 times, Paula Somerville, Peyton Polychronis.
Polychronis,
4
4 times. Nice job, Peyton.
Please email me. I definitely need to know 4 times. Need to know how to say it right. Peggy Ormond, Peter Frias, Peter Saman 2 times, Pink Doan, Prince Rossi, Priya Sastry, Prudence Wafo, Rahel Amade 2 times, Rashawn Edwards, and Rasia Bariz.
Nice job,
Well
you
done.
guys. Rajan Lawani 2 times, Rakesh Kumar, Ralph Johnson, Raymond Bromell, Reginald Woodbury, Rex Thomas 2 times, Rhonda Campbell, Ricardo Calderon, Richard Bridges,
I know that guy.
Rigoberto Ramirez 2 times, Rima Kumar 2 times, Ritu Desai, an OG. We have Ritu Joshi 2 times, Rob Blitzer 2 times, Robert Heather, Robert Juris Kratz, Rodrigo Laura 2 times, Roger Tata, Ronnie Canaday, Rashawn Belbase, Rupali Jane 2 times, Ruth Callis, Saad Jamil 3 times. We have Saba Woltolji 2 times, Saithful Ansari, Sajad Rizvi, Salar Hakimi, Sam Sarpong, Sanjeev Shah, Sarah McGovern, Sarah Larmy, Sarah Taylor, Sarndeep Sarkaria, Scott Koval, Sean Blaze, and Sebastian Angulu 2 times. Thanks, you guys.
Sima Sina, Sion Kang, Sergio Garcia,
Not the golfer. Yeah.
3 times. I've been waiting.
You've been
so
waiting to say
long
that?
To say that.
Yeah.
It's a real personal dream I just achieved.
That's
Sergio
hilarious.
Herrera, Sajeb Chowdhury, Sharon Hogan 2 times, Sharon Jordan, Shatra Golson, Shonda Parker 2 times, Shelly Schneider, Shelly Gale, Silvana Rosero 2 times, Sylvia Gattano, Sylvia Rivas 2 times, Sneza Conway, Sonali Hudson, Sonia Braddock, Srikanth Chawla, Stacy Lee 3 times, Stephanie Burke,
Our
our
own
very
Steffi,
own Sky
yes.
Slope and Real Scout trainer. Good job, Stephanie. Stephanie Garner, Sterling Ramal, Stephen Benitez 3 times.
Nice job.
Stephen Chen twice, Stephen Falkowitz, Stephen Lee, Sue Riggs, Surazan
Sir, you're ready.
Surazan Barahamanya Kumar Reddy.
Sir, you're ready.
Thank you. Susan Fair, Suzanne Frun 2 times, Swati Sinha, Sybil Buckwalter, Tammy Gray, the fantastic Tammy Irby 2 times, Tanisha Ashford, and Tanvir Zafar 2 times.
Nice job, you guys. I'm going to bring us home with Tanya
on home.
Clayton, Tanya Kelly, Tanya Lyles 2 times, Tapan Gupta, Tara Lowe, Girl Rocket 5
Killing it.
times,
Killing it, Tara.
Taylor Mitchell, Tedla Mangessa, Terry Jones 2 times, Thaddeus Underwood 3 times, Ton Doe, Thomas Bennett, TJ, congratulations 5 times, Tiffany Dodson, Talope Ogbolu, Todd Kolash out in our manager team hood again.
Toddy.
We've got Tonga Turner, Trova Penrose. We've got Tracy Davis, Tracy Palmer, Trey Gaffney, Trisha Filbert, Trulance Hickman, Tyler Simmons down in Richmond, Ugo Okeke 2 times, Vincat Gurham, Victor Aldenoir, Victoria Baker, Victoria King, Victoria Zhao 2 times, Vika Chaudhry, Viktor Kutsevich 3 times, Vitaly Pednov 2 times, Walter Rodriguez, Wakar Ahmed, William Restrepo 2 times, Yama Abbasi, Yuri Para, Yusar Al-Mukhtar 2 times, and Zach Greger. Thank you guys so much. We could not do all the things we do without you. We love each and every one of you. Don't forget our next sales meeting. Be present to win prizes. Go to the cornhole tournament next time. We're going to see you in September on the 18th. Please do check the Cardinal Nest for all of our upcoming trainings and classes so that you can jump in, lean in, guys. We want this to be a successful year for everyone. We want to see you thrive. We love you. We want to pour into you. So please keep doing all the things you do. Lean in, learn more, engage. We hope you have a wonderful fall and rest of the back to school month. Yes.
Yes.
You guys take care. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. My mouth.